And I will go live on Facebook.
All right, I believe we are broadcasting live to Facebook, and we are recording episode. What is this, 61 or something?
61.
Okay. What's that?
It's coming up. I'm still getting Facebook Live going here.
Okay.
Well, anyway, as I usually start the episodes, but didn't today because we're still new to this live thing.
There we are.
Welcome to episode 61 of the Jeffrey and Brian Show. I'm Jeffrey. This is where Brian. Hey, we're just two guys drinking beer.
Distracted here.
Yeah. We're just two guys drinking beer, talking what's going on. We have a very special guest host tonight, the Dirty Tranny, who's going to tell us all about whatever it is she got to tell us. By the way, heads up to anyone out there. She is further right than Brian is.
That's pretty right.
Yeah,
and Ray.
I think you're further right than sorry to make the comparison than Blair White.
But I would never compare myself to her.
Oh geez, you just turned into a white ghost when that screen changed on you.
I've got to send this link to a friend of mine.
I'm actually really happy I have this. I don't know if this is the cheapest decent mic or the nicest cheap mic. It's the same difference, I suppose, the Blue Yeti. But I like that I have the gain and all these different controls on it because my brother, his wife, and his kids are over and they're running around screaming directly above my head, and none of it's coming. Yeah, this is why I'm glad I got one of these bad boys, and wasn't super expensive, and I sound like I'm doing it like we're getting paid by Blue Yeti.
Not yet.
But yeah, it was only like $100. They got to be cheaper now. And it's amazing what you can filter out with this thing without having to put in a ton of effort. But anyway,
you got any local news?
I do. I got the one thing up there about all the way to the top. There's a lot of crap tonight, huh? I guess it's kind of local, but it's Supreme Court. The Supreme Court of the United States is looking at reinstating the death penalty for Dzhokhar Tsarnaev. Yeah.
There's no point in that because the Biden administration has already said they're not gonna do any more executions or death penalty type things. Is the Supreme Court going to overrule the executive branch on this one?
Well, the Supreme Court, I think, is only going to make a decision on whether or not it's an appropriate punishment. Then it's up to the executive branch to decide what the punishment will be. Right?
Which is so stupid because honestly, if you don't want to kill somebody, kill them. I mean, a life for a life, an eye for an eye. Sorry to bother.
An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. Jesus said that, I believe.
I don't think he did.
No. I thought that was the whole point of the 10 Commandments versus the Hammurabi Code. Of course, 10 Commandments did predate Jesus, didn't it?
Yes, it did a little bit.
Just a tad. But no, I mean.
But yeah, I don't know. I think he made an effort and he went out of his way to try to hurt and kill a bunch of people.
Absolutely. That man definitely deserves to die.
Right, yeah. He does.
Now, whether or not it's the right decision to execute someone, that's a different conversation altogether. I'm just saying this fits the criteria.
Okay.
I keep flip-flopping on the death penalty.
I have my issues with it, but I do believe it serves a purpose because instead of costing the taxpayers,
it costs more to execute someone.
Really?
Yeah, because they have to go through all the different appeal phases and stuff like that.
You get so many appeals, and exactly, there's so many times other courts step in to look at something before you execute someone. It costs more to execute someone than it does to keep them in prison their entire life, which is nuts because it sounds like, it sounds like just looking cock your rifle and it's over with, right?
Absolutely. I mean, if it was that simple, I think we should do what Texas does federally and put it in an express lane. Like if you're convicted, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, take him out back and put a bullet in his head.
Well, that's that kind of goes in the way the world's been going lately. It's if you don't do it the exact the way we want it, then you're an evil person.
Yeah.
And
I never said that.
well,
I never
no.
said that.
I'm just saying that's the way the world seems to be these days.
Well, I got some local news for Virginia.
Oh, Governor Blackface is leaving, isn't he?
Well, yeah, but that's normal thing there. But Dollar Tree's headquartered here in the Hampton Roads area.
I did not know that. That's pretty cool. There are several
Yeah.
Dollar Trees around there, though.
Yeah, they're in Chesapeake, and of course, you probably heard the recent news that they're going to start raising the prices on some of their items up to $1.50. Well, surprise, surprise, the price hikes aren't too big of a hit with shoppers.
Obviously.
Because a lot of people that are on fixed incomes, they love to shop at Dollar Tree to make their dollar go farther.
Well, not even that, but you can see the inflation so much easier at the Dollar Tree. When it went from $1 to $1.50, that's a 50% increase.
But they said it's not going to be on all items. And Dollar Tree's experimented with this in the past. They had a chain called Dollar Deals.
Yeah.
And it was a flop. They've converted them all back to Dollar Tree. And then Dollar Tree went and bought Family Dollar. And so basically they're trying to convert
And
all
bottom
their Dollar
dollar.
Trees. Do they have bottom dollar too?
I think so.
Okay. But so, I think they're all going to end up like Dollar General and Family Dollar basically in the end. Whether it helps the chain or not, who knows? But
if it costs you more than $1 to get the product to the customer, you can't sell it for $1. That's what it comes down to, right?
Yeah, it's free market enterprise. It's honestly the fact that they've remained at $1 since I was a kid is still surprising.
Well, if you haven't noticed, the packaging keeps getting smaller and smaller.
And yeah, you get there's fewer and fewer items you can get that stayed under $1. And now they're realizing we can't even get rid of items to still be open. We have to just raise prices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an end of an era. We all knew this was happening someday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It just took Biden's hyperinflation to actually break that camel's back, I guess.
Well, according to his chief of staff, the inflation's a good thing.
I would love to ask the question, though, whose hyperinflation was worse?
Zimbabwe.
Jimmy Carter's or Joe Biden's?
I think we're going to have a chance experiencing it. We're heading towards Jimmy Carter too.
No, I completely understand that. I just want to know which one's going to be worse because
I think Biden's.
You know what else I'm a little concerned about is Grover Cleveland to point or 2.0 or whatever. And I know neither one of you got that reference, but he was the only.
Did.
What? What about
Trump's
it?
re-election?
Yeah,
he's the only other president that's had non-consecutive terms.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so happy I knew that.
Okay. Can I say this?
Well, I knew it too.
I like Trump. Don't get me wrong. I never voted for him, but you know what he did, I actually can appreciate.
He's hilarious. That's all that I care about.
I love the fact that he's hilarious.
And he's good for viewers.
But
it's good for ratings, definitely.
I really don't like that he's a obviating blowhard. Like the guy,
that's his character. That's who he is.
I understand this, but I don't like that fact. Like if he's in like the presidential position, I really don't like that fact about him.
Well, we knew that before he got elected. He's always been the guy who walked into the room, slapped his dick on the table, and said, "Let's measure him." You know what I mean?
Okay, I would rather see the governor of Florida actually take the White House than Trump again.
Well, I mean, that theory is still running around that Trump eventually will not end up running again because he'll be too old and he likes his role in the Republican Party right now as it is,
The kingmaker.
And let DeSantis have the mantle and go up against Kamala Harris or whoever they run up, because I don't think it'll be Kamala Harris and it won't be Joe
she's
Biden.
Too unpopular. She's way too unpopular with regular people.
She terrifies me. Like Joe makes me nervous. She terrifies me. I don't even know why. Like I know. Well, no, I know why I'm afraid of her because she has no morals, no scruples, no nothing. But I don't even know what she would do.
I threw you know on the list someplace. Since we veered into Kamala Harris, let's talk about her video that she made with the paid
child
children.
Actors?
Yes. And if you saw any clips of that or heard any of the clips of that, She was creepy as hell in that thing. Oh, look at the craters. Look at the pretty craters. I'm like, what the hell?
Honestly, we got Yade to walk away. I know that that's a win.
He had to get another beer. But yeah, so I mean, she was like, obviously she's never had any of her own kids of that age, because she didn't know how to behave around them or talk to them or anything, you know, even with them being actors.
Yeah, right.
And what kind of PR are you trying to build up when you're paying actors to be in your, you know, NASA videos?
None. You seriously, the moment that they came out that they were child actors, it completely discredited her. There is honestly,
But what was the point? Like, I thought she was supposed to be reaching out to children. Instead, she's orchestrating a photo op.
well, it goes to show you that everything in politics, and I mean everything, even the right has this problem at the moment. Everything is measured, weighed, completely sanitized, and then it's released. And they couldn't even trust an organic moment to fit their standards before it was released to the general public.
Yeah. It would have been easy enough to just, you know, the Museum of Science in any major city has a field trip in from a school every day during the school year. All she had to do was just pop in and surprise the school that the vice president showed up. That's all she had to do.
Yeah.
The kids would be like, oh, the vice president. They wouldn't have known any better. No one would have gone, boo.
Right.
You know?
No one would have said, let's go, Brandon.
Oh my God. Oh my God, that'd have been hilarious if that did happen. Because it did happen. Where, Brian, you got it in there somewhere, don't you?
There's a music video out now of it that's like #1 on the iTunes charts.
Not just that. There's another something about there. But
and the NASCAR.
Yeah, that kid.
The kid that was announcing the start of the NASCAR, after he said, "Gentlemen, start your engine," and he's like, "Let's go, Brandon."
Oh my God.
And they got,
but it's already dead though. You know, the meme's already dead, right?
I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon.
No, well, it's not a funny meme anymore. Now it's like a slogan.
No, it's a real serious. People are actually using that instead of saying the words. You know,
Fox
they're actually
News.
using.
Fox News put it out there. Right? Once the boomers get wind of something, it's no longer cool.
And it's no longer funny. It was
as
funny
Brian
for like
goes,
the first 2 days I heard it.
You're not quite a boomer, Brian.
No, I'm younger than that.
By the way, I found out. I think I mentioned this. I found out that yes, I'm a millennial, but I was raised Gen X, and I found out I'm at the eldest of the millennials, and apparently they call them geriatric millennials.
What year were you born? What year were you born?
82.
God, you're older than me. I hate this.
Oh, Brian's older than both of us combined.
Not combined. I'm only 53.
Oh God.
Oh, so you were born in the 70s.
68.
68. Okay. So
oh God, you are old.
So you just missed all the good music.
Yeah.
Just missed it. What the hell were we talking about?
We were talking about Let's Go, Brandon.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Would you say what happened besides the NASCAR thing? What was the other one?
There's a music video out that's like #1 on the charts from a rapper.
Yeah, on the Apple thing, right?
Yeah,
the Apple podcast.
Music. Yeah.
Apparently, Apple Music's really popular. I had no idea.
It is. I don't pay for the subscription, but yeah, it's really popular because it's got a built-in bass with everybody that has iPhones and stuff. You know, a lot of people that have iPhones like that ability just to, that cross connectivity with it. You know, I've had Amazon longer than Apple Music's been around, so I just stick with Amazon Music. So that's me, though.
I listen to commercials.
I hate commercials. I pay a little bit extra for no commercials.
Yeah, I was doing that for a while on YouTube. The premium thing.
Yeah, Red.
Yeah, whatever it was. It was actually pretty nice. I could actually like not have my phone all like lit up and doing something, and it would still play the audio. But then I realized I was paying for garbage. It's like I could at that point I was welding. I just sat at the table. I could just plug my phone in and let it play the video. Why am I paying $10 a month for this garbage? I was like, okay, I get. Actually, but now though the commercials are getting bad on YouTube, like real bad. It's all the time, and the censoring the bejesus out of everyone.
I can't watch a Demolition Ranch video like without seeing 2 commercials at least.
Steven
How
Crowder.
many commercials? How many commercials are on our show on YouTube?
I think 0 because we don't get paid.
That's in. If you look at their terms of service, that doesn't
They
matter.
can put commercials in anyway if they want to.
Yeah,
If they want to, I got a feeling that that's like. Well, actually,
teleport to yourself back in the 80s and just say, "Hey, you're gonna have a show on the internet that has commercials."
It's like Wayne's World, you know.
I double posted last week's episode, by the way.
Did it work?
I did it by accident. I set Rumble, so when I upload to Rumble, it'll do it to two places besides Rumble as well. And then like Rumble takes forever to upload something though. Okay. I don't know why. YouTube I can do in like 20 minutes, even a 3-hour episode. Rumble took forever, and then
than I do.
Huh?
I said you have better internet than I do.
Oh yeah. I'm certain of that. I'm in the woods, but I'm in the rich white people woods.
I got gigabyte internet, so
my download speed is ridiculous. But I mean 4G is fast enough to download, you know what I mean? Even to live stream listening something. Forgot what I was talking about.
Well, let's talk about
let's change the subject. That's even better.
The big meeting with the Taliban.
I heard nothing about this until
it was like we didn't hear about it until after the fact because
sounds like
there would be a big outcry about this meeting.
So what happened?
Sounds like a target-rich environment. That's all I'm going to say on the subject.
Well,
all right.
The State Department came out and said that senior Taliban leaders were candid and professional.
Right.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they're starting to cut people's hands off and behead them again.
Yeah, and we all knew this was going to happen. As much as pissed as we got because of what happened, it wasn't because we left. And even what's happening now, it's because of the way it happened. The way that we left. That was the issue. We left our own people behind. Yeah. We all knew that these guys are going to go back to decapitating people and hanging them from cranes. We knew this.
Right.
We were saying this at the beginning of the war, which is okay. We haven't been doing the show that long. About half as long though.
Probably about 10 years. Yeah.
Altogether. Holy shit.
We ain't done doing it for 20 years. That's for sure. Yeah. I don't think you could podcast 20 years ago.
No.
I think the first time you guys had me on, it was pre-transition. And I just called in and I literally was talking to you guys about guns and a school shooting of some kind. So
we held, you called my phone and we put it on speakerphone next to his phone that recorded the show.
Yeah.
We changed a little bit differently.
In the backyard with a cooler and a fire.
And the grasshopper or not the grasshopper.
And you guys had a beer of the week back then?
And because that's when we were doing the show together. So
and we got the same beer and we would rate it together, which was cool.
Yeah.
But
it's a lot harder to do it when we're in 3 different parts of the country now. So
yeah, I get it.
By the way, you are drinking a local beer. Why don't you tell us about it? I think you only brought that up before we hit record.
Yeah, I did. This is brewed locally here in Illinois, and it's from Holtzen Lager Brewing Company. They do a really good job, and it's a I don't even know how to pronounce this word. Let me cover up the logo with my fingers, but
Kolsch. It's a Kolsch. It's a German style beer.
Yeah, it's really tasty. It's a little heavier than what I'm normally used to, but it is.
Hold up the label again and speak, because I have it set to whoever speaks has the big picture when I publish the video.
It is it's a German style beer. It's a Kolsch. It's it's very local, very good, but it's heavier than what I'm used to.
Can you
It's-
get it elsewhere, or is it only available?
No, I found these guys at the local farmers market. Like literally, it's like you're shopping for vegetables, and then they're like, "Here's a beer." It's like,
Nice.
oh, what?
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
There's beer in here?
Micro breweries are like podcasts.
They're
Everyone
everywhere
has
now.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're like
these
opinions
guys
and
are just-
assholes.
I mean,
These guys-
we've got friends that their brother owns. So actually, they've got more than one location now.
Yeah, and they're getting pretty big size making beer.
Yeah, I'm hoping they actually start a
Can-
bigger distribution network soon.
Can we plug them?
I don't care.
I don't know if we're gonna get in trouble. Are they gonna get pissed if we mention them on this garbage show?
No, because Sean doesn't even listen to the shows, so they'll never know.
True, and
Finback
Kevin
Brewery.
definitely doesn't.
Finback.
Yeah, Finback Brewery. Sean, who used to be on the show all the time back in the day, his brother has a brewery that's getting big.
In Queens.
Yeah,
Look at-
if you like the craft beers, they got a lager, they got a pilsner, but they do IPA.
They do a lot of sour. They do a lot of weird
Lot of
beers
sours.
too. A lot of sours. Yeah.
Not
You
my.
can probably get them in your area.
Are you kidding me? His brother lives 2.5 miles away from me. I have one in my fridge. I have a lager right now in my fridge. I'm tempted to go get it out to show everyone the label, but I don't care enough.
They have some
You guys
pretty
will-
cool labels and stuff.
I gotta say, you guys would love this beer company because they end up like brewing beers in like old whiskey barrels and stuff. They call them
Mhm.
special editions, and yes, they're incredibly expensive, but it tastes like you're drinking a beer that's made out of like whiskey or
Yeah.
rum or whatever
I've
barrel
had-
you're drinking
Yep.
from. It's an amazing beer. It's like really, really good stuff.
It's funny you say that because a couple weeks ago, I took the wife out and we got some special dessert. And I said what she thought, and she's like, "It's an orgasm in my mouth." And I said, "But you slapped me in the face for it."
Oh my God, that's horrible. That's horrible.
Oh, I don't have everything set up. I was gonna have the audio set up so I could like do sound effects. I was ready to hit the rim shot effect.
Well, we need to circle back.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I had to like reset my sound settings because I had to have things come out of different places
Okay.
to be able to hear this and then have speakers play into the mic. Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm doing this like it's 1999. Oh,
So
I'm amazed I
think
have a
this
wireless
was,
mouse. I still don't understand how this works.
I think this was Ray's topic, where the UK lawmaker that was killed in church with a knife in
Yeah.
in the United Kingdom.
What do you got to say? How do I address you? Are you dirty? Are you tranny? Or
You can call me Claire. I mean, Dirty
All right.
Tranny. Dirty Tranny's just been my gaming handle for years. It really has. So
I like it, and I'm probably gonna put the picture of the greasy transmission up. I already put it up on the Facebook page. I might use it as my thumbnail too.
that's
Because
awesome.
I've already used that picture as a thumbnail last time we
But-
were on.
My biggest issue with this thing is they haven't said motive yet, but it's kind of like the Bernie Sanders supporters shooting up the opposition pretty much.
The baseball game.
The baseball field is what I'm talking about. And the
Yeah.
baseball field was just it's a telling of escalation, you would look at it as. And our
Are you
society
sitting in a 1930s wingback chair?
absolutely.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you about that. I just saw that. I was like, no way. It's like I thought I was the only one who had one of those.
No, I actually have one. It's quite comfy.
They are
But
pretty
no,
comfy,
it's
actually.
a sign of it. It's a sign of how do I put it? Escalation. It's a sign of escalation that we're dealing with in the modern times. It's literally because right and left can't talk to each other, and this is why. My views are right, but the same point is like I've got friends from the left. I've got friends everywhere. I refuse to shut somebody out just because of their personal beliefs.
Right.
I don't remember where I read it or what the numbers are. So basically, I'm pulling a bunch of stuff out of my butt right now. But I definitely saw it how it was probably from Tim Pool. As much as I hate that I listen to that guy, I genuinely listen to everything he fucking does. Except for that live thing. I don't necessarily listen to the live show. But he says if you speak to Republicans, every Republican you know has at least one Democrat friend.
Not the other way around.
Most Democrats do not have a Republican friend. So there's a handful of Democrats that make friends with the Republicans, and they're probably not really Democrats. They're probably what we would call the liberal 15 years ago.
Yeah, but I'm not a Republican by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, neither is Jeffrey.
You're far right. Yeah, neither am I, right? But I'm a right-wing extremist, apparently.
Oh no, you're Yaden, you're Jeffrey, you're a little liberal.
What the fuck are you doing dropping my last name?
This is how I do you in the military.
That's okay. I gave out your personal email last week. You get any emails?
Emails?
Yeah, I gave out your Gmail account.
Where'd you put my Gmail account?
We said it on the show. That just shows how many people pay attention on the show.
I should probably check my fucking Gmail.
So, and another, it says we had the knife attack in Norway. They, because you're not allowed to have guns in Norway. We're doing bow and arrow attacks.
Well, he killed like 5 people with a bow.
Yeah. Now they're gonna go back and look at their unarmed police force and see if that's the way to go or not.
They have emergency authorization right now to carry guns. The police, actually, no, I'm sorry. They did until they apprehended the guy, right?
Yeah. Well, Norway is one of those countries that took a lot of Muslims in from different countries as refugees.
Yes, they did. But what difference does that make? Like, what does that have to do with the cost of tea in China?
Well, their culture is changing because of there's more Muslims there than there are. Hold on. You're connecting a lot of dots that aren't necessarily there. Okay.
I'm just saying, do we know it has anything to do with?
No, we don't know shit.
Apparently, they did deem it terrorism, though. So, I mean, maybe it did have something to do with that. I'm just saying you can't make that jump. Don't be that guy, right?
Yeah.
By the way, what do you call that? I know everyone uses the word racist, but that's not the right word.
No.
Because Islam's not a race.
It's a religion.
Sure. Yeah, it is. It really is. I mean,
except for the Jews,
only religion I can see you being racist against is Jewish. Right?
Yeah, which is weird. Maybe the Jews do have it right. I mean, maybe they are God's people because somehow they're both a race and a religion. Maybe they are. There's something special about them, and I don't know what it is. And maybe it's because they are God's chosen people. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Jesus hasn't shown. Our Savior hasn't shown up yet. I will say, though, even if I am wrong about this, Jesus was a pretty good guy. He walked around and helped people, and
I love that story just because, I mean, if you take the religious context out of it, it was a dude that was walking around with 12 other guys that were just helping people out, and they were persecuted for it.
Yeah, teaching people how to fish and all this good stuff, one dude got crucified for it. You kidding me?
Well, more than one dude if you read beyond it. I mean,
and if you look into the history that happened after that, I mean, the Romans used to crucify Christians for thousands of miles.
Yeah.
Along the roads. The Nazis killed Catholics. Everyone seems to hate the Catholics. Why are the Catholics hated so much? Even the KKK used to burn and hang Catholics.
I don't understand it. I mean, I don't understand hate either. I mean, I had a guy call me a freak.
Why did you not think we were going here?
But I'm just saying I don't understand hate. I really don't. But I had a guy call me a freak, get in my face, stuff like that, and it's like I really don't understand this point of view. It's like talk. That's what people need to do is talk.
Nah, they need to smoke weed and drink beer.
Well, I mean, look at us. I would say at least 1/3 of us are stoned. Maybe
Yeah.
2/3.
Yeah, and God knows how many Quaaludes you took tonight.
Can you even get Quaaludes still? I thought that was like an 80s drug.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wasn't it on the Wolf of Wall Street?
Jesus.
My pupils are definitely not the size of dinner dishes. With 3 lights on in this room.
I did not take Quaaludes before I got here. Let's just set that record straight.
Oh,
So
of
let's
course.
talk about
We're all
the
completely
mom that
sober,
threw a
Susan.
party for teens.
Was that? Oh my goodness. Did you read this article or I mean, I read it because I was kind of pissed. These teenagers in the school, this mom of 2 boys was throwing parties. And not only was she like allowing the kids to drink, but she was buying them booze and getting them drunk. And she's like, oh, I'm supervising. She was handing out condoms and she got arrested because a bunch of shit happened, but to include her giving a little boy, like a teenager, a condom and pushing him into a bedroom with an unconscious drunk girl.
Yeah, sexually assault.
That's rape.
Yeah.
I don't know any other way to put that. If she's unconscious and cannot defend her, say no, then it's rape, right?
Mm-hmm.
What the heck? What size condom was she handing out? Mini mags?
You can get them at Spencer's, the tiny pecker condoms.
I wouldn't know.
It's Spencer's. It's a joke
no,
shop.
no offense. I hate to make this sound horrible, but this story is horrible.
Yeah.
But
Right.
what the hell, lady?
To be honest, once you hit puberty, your dick doesn't keep growing.
No, it's pretty much
like,
the same size.
Yeah, what you hit now. Granted, some of these kids might have to get the quote snug fit so it doesn't fall off because they're not quite mature yet. But most kids 16, 17 have the full dick size already set out. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't know anything about this.
Okay, I was about to make a joke, and I don't know if that's okay. Because yours is getting smaller.
I wouldn't know anything about this at all. I really would not know anything about this.
We haven't even got through the shit we don't even necessarily give a shit about talking about.
TikTokers are trading stocks.
I'm
Actually,
sorry, this may be my fault.
that's all right. No, actually,
No.
the off topic's
We
the
bounced
fun
around
part.
a little bit. That's all.
That's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently a lot of people are making money, not just TikTokers, but it became popular through TikTok. People are starting to following what congressmen and senators do with their money. And recently,
Well, that's a good source because they know all about the insider trading because it's legal for them to do insider trading.
No, it's actually super illegal, and I don't know how they do it. Because
no, it's not legal for them. They can do it.
No, they can't do it. Especially because they're not even allowed to know what they own. Because of this whole insider trading thing. But somehow they always seem to be on the right side. Because they have to buy into like blind funds when they're in office, just so they can't pass laws that make them money. But somehow these people go into office and make what $164,000 a year as Congress, or is it, I'm sorry, yeah, or 174.
Yeah, they don't make much.
And they come out with $35 million after 4 to 8 years. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 to 4 years.
Right.
Something's going on here, especially these senators that have been in office for 40 years, like Pelosi.
She's not a senator.
Are you sure?
Congressman.
She's a
She's a
congresswoman.
congressman.
No, oh my
Dianne
God,
Feinstein was a senator. Nancy
you're-
Pelosi is a congressman.
You're right, because she was the one who made the comment of how in her district, and senators don't have districts.
Right. They got states.
Yeah. She said how just like in her district, if you could run a glass of water with the D next to its name, referring to AOC, and it would win.
Pretty much.
No, she actually said that. It was amazing.
No, she comes from the San Francisco district, like San Francisco general area
Yes.
district.
Yes,
And
and
yeah,
That's what she's saying. There's no way a Republican's ever going to win San Francisco.
yeah, you could run a glass of water and it's gonna beat a Republican.
yeah, pretty much.
This-
I've been to San Francisco. Trust me, it's beautiful.
Well, it used to be. It's not anymore.
Well, the ocean and everything. You know what's funny is palm trees are not indigenous to California.
No.
Yep.
I found this out recently.
Yeah, my first duty station was in Alameda, right across the water from San Francisco. So I got to go there quite a bit in the 80s, in the 90s, 80s.
I was born just more north of Sacramento, so trust me, I know about this subject.
He was in the Navy before you were born.
Yeah, I'm well aware of this. I'm well aware of this.
That's hilarious. By the way, to anyone who does give a crap and listen to this or watch this garbage, we're staying on theme. No, typically we have Navy veterans on this show.
Yeah, we do.
And here we are again with another blah, 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 blah. Another Navy vet. You did 4 years, right?
I didn't do quite my 4. I blew out my knee and got kicked out due to to save money. They kicked me out due to weight, but then they freaking started paying me for my knee for the rest of my life. So
Nice.
You were a chubby dude.
I always was chubby.
That's what I'm saying is you were a chubby dude, and I used to have a lot of fun with you on that ship. We had duty together, right?
Yes, we did. I'm not gonna go into all the stories. Trust me, Brian. I can tell you some stuff.
I can only imagine.
Brian served on the same ship.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the 80s.
Before you were
okay, I got
born.
one. I got one.
When it was a male only ship when I was on it.
I got one. I can invite another trans person that served on that ship.
No
Nice.
kidding.
No kidding. She lives like a few blocks from me. She's awesome.
That's
It
crazy.
would have been great to have him on the show.
Oh, I know. Trust me. I'll ask her one day, but I'm sure she would enjoy it. But hey, come on.
So Bill Clinton's in the hospital.
Yes, he is. I'm surprised his wife hasn't killed him yet.
Well, she went to visit him today because there was a big news article about her and Chelsea showing up at the hospital too. So
Did she cackle about how she doesn't drive anymore?
probably not. Chelsea probably did the driving.
I doubt it. No, let's be real. They have a driver.
Yeah,
You know?
they have a whole security team, including Secret Service. So
Yeah.
Oh, I guarantee
yeah.
you that guy doesn't say shit.
no,
Oh.
he does not wear the pants in the family now.
Well, obviously he's not wearing any pants right now with the UTI.
With his hospital gown.
Hey, illness is illness. I don't like laughing at people when they're hurt.
I'm
I
not
can laugh-
laughing at the illness.
I know.
I'm laughing at the hospital gown.
Well, I can laugh at the situation.
I'm
But
laughing at the situation. I'm
this
not
would
going to
be-
laugh at Bill Clinton.
Yeah, this would be so much more appropriate if it was syphilis.
Well, we don't know that it isn't. I mean, they could say it's anything they want to say, but he was known to go to Pedo Island, so.
Oh,
Allegedly.
Epstein Island.
Oh, by the way, Epstein did not kill himself.
He did not.
We all need to keep saying this, and I'm not kidding.
The meme will never die.
That's one meme that won't die anytime soon.
But they did. I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago.
I'll be right back.
They made an arrest, or no, Giselle something.
His personal assistant. They're going after her now.
Yeah. Well, obviously that was coming up. All right. Let's move on here. Oh my God.
All right. Well, the big Biden Supreme Court Commission has come out with its preliminary report.
Don't pack the court.
Duh.
Because
And the progressives are pissed at some of the things they're saying.
Well, for some reason, these progressives seem to think that a Band-Aid is going to stop a severed arm from bleeding out.
And they also think that this commission means anything about anything. The commission can make all the suggestions they want, but in order to change the court, it's got to go through the Congress and the Senate.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
There's nothing outlined in the Constitution saying how many Supreme Court justices there are.
So you're saying the president can willy-nilly just change the Supreme Court? I thought it had to be.
They
had
did
to be
like 50
done.
years ago because it used to be 70. Or I'm sorry, it used to be
Well,
7
FDR
justices.
tried to pack the court and it didn't work for him. Well, what stopped him from packing the court?
They said no to everyone he put up. They voted everything down. I'm saying there's nothing saying the president cannot nominate another justice. It's up to Congress makes that decision, right? Not the Senate.
I thought there were. I mean, I don't know. They're also talking about changing the life term to something shorter.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I think.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm not sure what I think of it, but
if they want to make the court more political, let's do that because that's exactly what will happen. Everybody's complaining that the court's already too political, but if you make it where there's term limits on the Supreme Court, that's definitely going to happen.
Not necessarily term limits.
Well, a term
but you might have to
for.
I think it should come to a point where you shouldn't have to die in office.
You don't have to. You can retire whenever you want.
Yes, but Ginsburg, and I mean, how many?
She chose that.
That's what I'm saying is how many have stayed in office when they were obviously too sick to do their job. That's the issue I have.
Right.
But I hear what you're saying is if you say you only get 8 years, then it becomes very political.
Right.
But we have to find a way to make sure that also we don't get upset with when a justice dies because they're 87 years old with diabetes and liver cancer,
and they fought cancer like 5 times.
Yeah, exactly. She beat cancer exactly like 3 or 4 times. An incredible woman. I disagreed with her most of the time, but she was an amazing woman.
Right.
She wasn't even the first Supreme Court justice that was a woman.
No.
I'm sorry. I just have to remind people sometimes.
I want to say Margaret Thatcher, but that's obviously not the right name.
She was the British Prime Minister.
Yeah. Oh, why can't I come up with her name?
I can't come up with it either. I really can't. So I'm not even going to try.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing it up, then, douche nozzle. Make us all look dumb when we're not drunk at all. We've had 1 beer.
That's right. So Michigan officials have charged 3 women over attempted voter fraud.
It's nothing. This is gonna be a blip on the radar that goes away. No one's gonna give a shit because it's not proof of widespread.
Right.
But the problem,
I know that's what they're saying.
Well, no one's investigating widespread though. There's no proof of widespread. So what? You have to come up with 900 individual cases to cause an investigation.
It comes down to what is widespread. Most people, honestly, 1 is too many when it comes to voter fraud.
Yeah,
it is, but it's too late to do anything about it anyway.
Yeah, completely agree with you on that one. But
but they're saying, but they're saying that these Republican states that are changing their voter laws to make it easier for voter fraud when it's the direct opposite's happening. They're trying to put voter IDs in place, where you got to show some form of ID to go vote. You have to show an ID to do everything else in life. Why don't we have to show some kind of form of ID to vote?
Well, what gets me is when they say it's racist for whatever reason. All I can think is that you're saying that certain minority groups aren't smart enough
to have a driver's license
or bright enough,
state ID,
or aren't functional enough to have an identification. Like you can't do anything. Like you said, you can't do anything with an ID without an ID.
You can't buy alcohol without an ID.
Okay, I know that's the first thing you go to, but you can't have a job. You can't have a job without an ID. Right?
Well, actually, you can. You could be a drug dealer.
Oh, a criminal. There you go. Isn't that the whole point of the voter ID? Yeah, voter ID system then?
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't even get a job without an ID. You have to be able to prove at least the social security number. That's identification.
Right.
And I'm getting ready to bring this up to the state of Massachusetts. I want to. Well, we already have a state ID versus a driver's license for people that can't drive for whatever numerous reasons.
Do you allow illegal aliens to have IDs?
Massachusetts? Are you kidding me? They're more progressive than California, even though Cali thinks they're way in advance.
Okay.
We're more locked down than California is right now.
That's impressive.
Especially.
Well, I think I was talking to a buddy of mine at lunch today, and there's basically two classes of people right now. There's the people that still believe in what Dr. Fauci's saying. Wear your mask.
He changes his mind every other week.
They've got selective memory, they can't remember that far
How do you
in the past.
How do you know which argument he made that you're supposed to believe then? The more
then,
restrictive one.
And then there's us on this show that have decided we're just going to live our life. And
if I get sick, I get sick.
Exactly.
Not even kidding you. I went to the supermarket today to pick up a single onion. I live within a mile of the supermarket, which is awesome. Like I can go every day if I need. I even ride my skateboard, so I don't have to like burn gas.
Good exercise. What is gas in Massachusetts price wise right now?
Less than Virginia, apparently.
We're at $3.19.
Oh no, way more than Virginia. Oh, it's less than Florida. That's what it is.
Okay.
Which surprised me.
We got a visitor. Hi.
We got Maui.
El Guapo. By the way, did we talked about that broad that followed cinema into the can?
Yeah, we talked about that last week or the week before. Yeah. Yeah. You got more information on that?
Maybe not, but I'm not sure if I mentioned this. I'm not sure if she said her name was Blanca or DACA. It might have been DACA, like deferred action for childhood arrivals. But I could have sworn she said Blanca. And I was like, doesn't that mean white girl? I was like, her name is White Girl? I just remember laughing so hard at this. My Spanish ain't so great, and Ray's is obviously much better. That's your first language, right?
It's his first language, yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, English is definitely not his first language.
So, what is up with Demi Lovato saying extraterrestrial aliens is offensive?
Oh my God, I hate this bitch so much right now. I really hate this thing so much.
I'm going to make a bit over this. I actually ran it by the tranny earlier.
Wait, you ran it by me? Okay.
No, I did. Well, I said I was thinking about making
that came out wrong.
Well, hey, you the drivetrain, right? I need the drivetrain to make it go forward, so this will work. No, about this whole Demi Lovato thing. It's like I'm gonna start a bit over this, maybe, and every week it'll be the dumbest thing I heard all week.
I actually do think that's a good bit. It'll be interesting to see who is in the bit the most. Whether it be Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, or
RESPICT,
Nancy Pelosi.
Al Sharpton,
and what Maxine Waters? I'm sure she'll be in there a lot.
She will. Actually, I've said that a bunch of times about her, haven't I?
Because she said we sent that manned mission to Mars,
Okay, dumbest thing I've heard all week is that Pete Buttigieg needs maternity leave.
Paternity leave.
They changed the name paternity leave because the parent now.
Well, hey, let's be real.
2 months.
I would have loved. Oh, 2 months is a lot. I would have loved some time off when my baby was born that I didn't use for my vacation fund. It would have been great if I was guaranteed even 3 weeks. Would have been awesome. But this dude took 2 months.
No, it's not even that.
That's the federal. You're allowed to in the federal government now.
He didn't actually pop a baby out. I used my vacation time to spend time with my child. Like, I get it. If you popped a human out of your cooter, like you need a little time to recover. I get it.
Look, I can see like one way because my wife, when she gave birth, she wasn't completely recovered, so I had to help her take care of the kid and help her too.
Yeah.
I can see
a
1 or
little
2
more
weeks.
time would have been great.
Yeah, but you know what? If you want to be the president, he wanted to be the president. He would have been absent for 2 months.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be a president.
He's never gonna be president.
No, he ran for president.
If
he would have got the presidency, he would have been gone for 2 months. Like, hey, where's the president? Oh, he's on maternity leave.
Yeah. Oh, they adopted, so he's taking 2 months off of work.
It's not even a list on our. This doesn't even make the list of topics.
Did it not even make the list?
No, we talked about it during the week, but it didn't make the list.
It didn't even. We haven't even got through our.
We're going to Southwest Airlines now.
No, we're not. We're gonna finish up this Demi Lovato bullshit because that's when I was talking about the dumbest thing I'm gonna hear all week.
I want that to be a regular segment of the show now.
I think we might need music. Like
boom chicka wow boom.
Dumbest thing I'll hear all week, you know.
Yeah, we need our own jingle.
Yeah, exactly. But we should call.
We should
up,
be like a little award.
Yeah, exactly.
No. We're all from like the most are from the 80s and 1990s. I'm just gonna say that we should do it in like video game terminology. That
sounds good.
Demi Lovato is butthurt because she thinks the word alien is offensive, but not referring to foreign peoples migrating, but in terms of ET or Elf showing up, because it'll offend the incoming extraterrestrials or alien life forms.
My God, no.
How did they know? Like, hey, look, I already know what alien means, so stop calling me that. Like, dude, you just came from another planet. How do you know?
And if they come to us first, they're obviously more advanced, so they get it anyway.
If they've been watching us for a while, they may not.
That's why they haven't showed up yet.
They may not land.
Hey, how about because they've been watching us? They're like, dude, I don't want to go there because they're gonna kill me, alien. I don't want to do that, you know.
Yeah, they're gonna call me alien. That's offensive.
No, I'm not gonna go there. No, they're too racist.
Well, does anyone here know what the term alien actually means? Like,
foreign
definition, huh?
Foreign,
weird, like
obscure, unusual.
Yeah, I mean, how can that be offensive? Like, even to people like from another country, another culture coming to us, how can that really be offensive?
It doesn't matter how offensive the word is. Something else is going to replace that word because that word's being used. So something else is going to replace it, and then that will become the new offensive word.
Okay, then I propose gray skinny buggers to report.
That'll become offensive in the next 5 to 10 years. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah, what about the fat aliens?
Well, like let's just
we call them Javas.
Java the Hutt.
I don't even know what we're supposed to call Black Americans anymore because it keeps changing so quickly. What's an acceptable term to refer to a person of color?
I call the gay guy I know in Texas the Walmart special because he's gay, black, and like 6'5".
Okay. I was gonna say they keep changing what's an acceptable term to refer to this particular group of folks.
Who changes it?
I don't know, but no matter what word you put in, it's going to become offensive because it's referring to a group. It doesn't matter.
I've got black friends that still prefer black.
Yeah, how is people of color different than colored people? And colored people is like the third one that got struck down because there was the Negroes and then colored people, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's all so offensive at the moment. I just go with the flow. I really, I have a nurse friend that has kids, and they always get offended at what me and her say. We could be sitting there watching, videos and music videos from the 90s, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's offensive." It's like, what are you talking about? This is Slipknot. How is that offensive? And honest
Inside
to God,
my shell, wait and bleed.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's horrible because seriously, they get offended at absolutely everything. So the only response is to be more offensive. For some reason, in my head, that's my only response.
Yeah, but they expect you to be more offended. For some reason, being the victim is like a virtue point these days. Like
I get that, but
no,
I hang out with people that are.
I think there's virtue in not being a victim.
Yeah.
Like I refuse to be a victim.
Yeah, I do too.
That's why until I moved to Massachusetts, I carried a gun.
Oh God, I love guns. I wish I could carry one.
I
wish
do
I
too,
could
but
get
I'm
my
not allowed
CCW.
to have one in Massachusetts because I don't have a permit.
You don't have any guns either.
No,
Nope,
I own
not
several.
one
They're just
bit.
not here.
They're still in Virginia.
Yep.
I believe that 110%.
I do too. He's got a storage unit. I know that. So.
Yep. And I got buddies still in Virginia that have gun lockers and all sorts of stuff. I have a pellet gun. Actually, I don't even have a pellet gun. I threw that away. I used to have a.
Whose cat is that?
That's mine. I didn't know you could hear. That's even better.
That's one unhappy cat.
Yeah. Well, he's deaf and he's expecting soft food.
Oh, and you're getting him dry.
Well, he gets dry food whenever he wants, and he gets soft food at the end of the night. So we can make sure all the cats are in the house. Like we tease them in the
Okay.
house at night with a can of soft food.
Okay.
I have animals. I have
Yeah.
crops.
You have more than animals. You got a whole. If you have half the animals you had in Virginia, you got a farm. You got a.
He's
zoo.
got a menagerie. Let's get it right.
I almost
Let's
used
get it
that
right
word.
for like the northeastern side of the United States. He's got a menagerie.
The wife actually used that word, menagerie.
I feel dirty now.
Yeah, she's like, yes, I did, motherfucker. Right now we got 2 dogs, 2 cats, a guinea pig, a human resource, and another dog that lives with here, but that we rarely interact with.
So you've cut back.
I used to have more animals.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
I got no
You-
guinea. I got 1 guinea pig. I got no ferrets. I'm waiting for a couple of these animals to die. I'm gonna get a skunk.
I would love a skunk, but at
She
the
just
same
she
point
just
is,
looked at me, was like, "You're waiting for them to die."
you should really consider investing in emergency bacon supply. You really should.
Emergency what?
Bacon supply.
Bacon. Yeah. What does it cost to raise a pig?
I don't know what it costs, but people keep those as pets.
You can feed a pig anything.
Almost.
You could feed him leftovers.
You can feed goats anything.
Then you can have goat's milk.
That's disgusting. And goat
You
doesn't
like-
taste particularly good either.
You like cheese.
They're good at clearing land though.
Yeah, you could have your own goat lawnmower.
Oh no, no. The problem is they rip it up by the roots. But they're good if you want to clear brambles and stuff. They'll eat thorns and all.
All right. Well, Southwest made the news this weekend
Oh, again,
God, we're gonna hit
for
Southwest.
canceling 1,000 flights on Sunday
On one-
because
in
of
one day.
weather. Because of weather
well,
in
not only,
Florida.
but it only affected Southwest. None of the other airlines had to cancel flights because of the weather.
Well, that's because
Well, they're
Southwest
saying
is
that they're-
completely inept.
They do their routes different, and that's why it affected them more.
Because
They don't do a hub. They don't do a hub and spoke system. They do a more circular route.
That's bullshit. We all know it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. It's complete bullshit. I stepped off screen for a moment. You guys can stare at my 1930s chair. But
It's a beautiful
complete
chair.
Bullshit.
It's
That's complete
pulsing
bullshit.
too. It's
We all
even
know it.
weirder.
It's
What?
the lighting.
What kind of
It's
weird
the-
porn are you watching?
He's
I
watching
am
the Jeffrey and
some-
Brian show.
I am watching some really weird shit that you would blush at. Okay. Okay. We got that.
It takes a lot to make 4 sailors blush.
Yes, it does.
Trust me, I got that covered.
I've been to Thailand.
You've been on the receiving end in Thailand.
No, I have not. I was on this.
You know,
That sounds
I-
like
should
fun.
just-
she
to
was
realize
on
it.
the stage. I was just watching. in
And then she
Thailand.
peed on you.
No, that's not what she did. She pulled a string of razor blades out
Oh my god!
and shot golf balls out.
I've seen ping pongs, not golf balls. That's
Oh, maybe it
impressive.
was ping balls, yeah. But the razor blades was something I'll never unsee.
Yeah, that's gonna be seared in your memory forever.
That actually sounds like fun to watch. No offense. Like the golf balls.
All right, that
Make
sounds.
it to you glass drink like yeah, another one.
Can I get a refill?
Oh
I'll have,
shit!
I'll have a
Impressive.
side of the black syphilis. Thank you very much.
Oh,
It's
God.
like, oh,
So they're
impressive, wow.
blaming the Southwest pilots are blaming it on fatigue and saying there's going to be further outages. They're trying to stay away from the COVID.
The blue flu.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a sick out, is what they're saying.
No.
Which
But
is
the
if
problem
it was,
with-
they couldn't say
Here's
that.
what the deal is with Southwest. Southwest is different than any other airline. They've been around a long time. They have a certain culture in the airline. They're based in Texas.
Yeah,
and
which
they've got a lot of pilots that are eligible for retirement if they want to go that route. So a lot of them are debating whether to go ahead and take their retirement now. And the ones that were thinking about that have to use up their sick days before they take the retirement.
well, you don't
So,
have to, but it'd be dumb not to.
Exactly. It's
Because
like when you
getting
go on
paid-
terminal leave, you want to use up all your leave before you get out of the Navy.
And anytime you didn't use, you can get paid for.
Yeah, but you got to pay taxes on it. You don't
Yep.
get your BAH on it. You don't get your comrades on it.
Oh, I remember when I
you
got
lose
out.
a lot of money.
I remember when I got out my terminal leave, I was only allowed to take 30 days terminal. That was the maximum, I think. They
Mhm.
wouldn't let me take more. And I was like, but I have more than 30 days of leave.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, that's the way it works. Like, okay, I guess I'm taking a week off next week, then a week off the
Yeah.
week after, leading
Right.
up until I got to my 30 days.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, because I could have got a check, but I would have paid taxes, or I could have taken days off, and
Yeah.
it drove me nuts. That I was like, this is how can we not accept? How can the government can't figure that out?
Right.
Oh my God, I don't trust the
I
government.
mean, I
to fill
took
a
60
fucking
days
pothole.
terminal leave when I retired. so-
Testicles. If you're Pete Buttigieg, you would have taken 2 months.
Say that again.
Pete
If you were Pete
Buttigieg
Buttigieg, you would have took 2 months.
for maternity leave.
Yeah, well, he got 2 months, and I actually had vacation time saved up that I wasn't not allowed to take in a row.
And he's the reason why Joe Biden's had to step in and tell the ports to go 24/7 to save Christmas.
That's not going to save Christmas, though.
It's too late. Christmas is done.
Not even that. Okay, we got it all off the ships. Now it's
Yeah, we
gonna
don't have
sit-
trucks to get it the rest across the country.
Yeah, it's gonna
Got
sit
to
in a
remember the
seaport.
droplets. Sorry, I did my best Fauci impression. I really did. I'm sorry.
The droplets.
I haven't tried a Fauci impression yet. I'm terrified of trying it. I don't know how to do that. It's either gonna come out like Gilbert Godfrey every time.
If it comes out like Gilbert Godfrey, trust me, you're getting it right.
Speaking of that crap, you guys watch our listen to the Louder with Crowder?
I don't.
No.
He got a
No.
hard strike from the YouTubes.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
He did. He really did. And
what?
it's for a topic that I don't support the way he ever handles trans issues. And I'm sorry. Thank you, Yaten, for introducing the subject
Jesus,
to me.
the second time you douche nozzle.
But I don't ever support the way he handles trans issues. I really don't. I can actually support him in this one.
He's making
He's-
jokes usually.
he
Even this
does
time
make-
he's making jokes.
He
It's
does
a
make
comedy
jokes.
show.
And I am never going to admonish him for the way he does it. I can say I disagree with his opinions.
You got me into Louder with Crowder.
Yes, I
You
did.
you smacked me
did.
in the face.
I did. But at the same point is like, I can never agree with the way Steven handles trans issues. I can never agree with that. But I do agree with the fact that he does still attack them. He does still attack them. Like the situation that he got a hard strike for, I personally believe he doesn't deserve the hard strike for that. Even though the jokes were done in such a different format, like some of his jokes even can be construed as mean towards the rapist. And I'm going to say that very bluntly, towards the rapist.
Yes. Oh, he made the rapist look bad. It's like, wasn't that the
Yeah.
point?
No, it was a person with a penis. I have not found one single piece of evidence.
Stephen
suggest
Crowder
that
says
this
that all the
person-
time.
I
Person
have-
with a penis. Yep.
Yeah, I've never found one single piece of evidence to suggest that person is closer to me than it is to any of you guys. In fact, I would suggest that it's just Yaten in a skirt. Oh, sorry, Jeffrey in a skirt.
You might as well just give up.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all
But
good.
I would suggest.
You want
that
my
this
home
person is
address, too?
Jeffrey in a skirt.
JD.
This is email address. This is where he
No,
works.
Seriously, I would suggest that there's like
You've been
ample.
doxxed.
I'm sorry, I really don't mean to do that. I'm trying not to. I really am
It's
No,
trying.
all good.
Brian did it last week. It was like,
I
"Oh, your
know
email."
Jeffrey didn't remember me
He
doing
was
it.
like, oh, dude, you give me my email. I was just dying.
And, but no, actually,
And he never checked his
if-
email to see if anybody emailed.
if this show wants to border on like pro-right trans people, here's one thing I will say. This person, from my research, never actually succeeded on proving that they were trans. Period. End of
Oh.
sentence.
Are,
This person
are we
didn't have
talking
the
about Loudoun
doctors-
County?
Yeah.
Virginia. Are we talking about Virginia?
Yep.
Yeah.
West Virginia.
No, it was
No, it's
Virginia.
Virginia.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
Western Virginia. That's
No,
the
it
issue.
was Virginia.
No, Western. It's Virginia, but the west part of Virginia.
Yeah, it's a suburb of DC. It's
Yes.
Northern Virginia.
Okay. Here's my point though: is this person, according to every single news article I read, because I did a lot of this on this. Thank you, Yaten. Yeah. Thank you for setting me up. But no, I mean, seriously, this person, from my research, had never suggested they were trans. It was just a dude in a skirt that said he was trans. And, the school district took that seriously. And I take personal offense to that because it's like, okay, yeah, I'm trans. Really, I am. I've got tits. But no,
yeah, you're
no,
going
this-
through hormone therapy and everything.
yeah,
all
I'm going
sorts of
through
stuff.
hormone therapy.
Yeah.
I've gone through therapy, like mental therapy. I've jumped through hoops.
Right.
this
Puberty sucked the
person-
first time. I can't imagine it a second time, especially if
Yeah.
you sat it as a blank slate through puberty the first time. Now you're going from one side to the other.
It's
but the
not
problem
fun.
is
It
these
really-
non-binary folks says that doesn't exist.
I understand this, but I'm trying to make the point of like this person
Right.
had no legitimate actual evidence medically that I can find that suggests that they were distinctly trans, meaning that the school is actually liable for this shit.
That's
Well,
actually-
they didn't even when the sexual assault was reported to
first
school, they didn't even report it to the sheriff's department. They didn't report it to the proper authorities, which is a violation of the law in Virginia. And the only reason we really know about it is because this one girl's father
Went
showed up at a
nuts.
school board meeting and went nuts, and they arrested his ass.
If I was that girl's stepmom or adoptive mom, I would have killed this kid personally. I
Well-
would not have
No,
I would not have done anything less.
I had the
Well,
same thought. I was like,
the-
I
the-
honestly, if the government would do nothing, I would have been tempted myself. I'm not saying I would because that's inappropriate.
One of the school board members
glad
has
if I said
resigned
that.
now.
Boom.
And the school system has been sued by the father and the family of the daughter. So you got to hit him where it hurts, and that's in the pocketbook.
Well, this
So-
guy's
So
being
guess
used
what?
as
You
an
didn't hear what
example.
happened after, didn't you?
What's that?
You didn't hear what happened after.
Yeah, well,
They sent
I
it to
heard he's
another
being
school.
charged as a terrorist.
No, the kid. They
they
sent it to
sent the
another school.
transgender to another school.
Yeah, the kid with the skirt sent it to another school, and guess what happened? He assaulted another girl.
Well, I know
Uh,
he accosted
Let's
one.
just call it what it is at this point. It's a kilt.
We're looking
it's
at
just
your
a kilt.
ceiling.
I
Claire.
understand that. I'm taking a few drags off of something wonderful. So
Oh, I need one too. You can do it right on camera. Actually,
I didn't think that was possible, but
no,
okay.
yeah, you can. It's not. That's acceptable. Actually, I've done it before, and I know that they actually do monitor my crap because I've gotten a warning. I've appealed my warning. I
Okay.
heard back a little bit, but they haven't repealed it yet.
I'm just gonna say though that this is this school district thing is absolutely 100% ridiculous. If you're trying to protect women and actual trans people, this is at 100% ridiculous trying to protect a person like this. Because number one, this kid makes trans women look bad. Number
Yes.
two, this kid is a rapist.
Yes.
And I'm sorry if I'm going in the opposite order that of severity, but this kid is just an offense to everything I stand for. I mean, mind you, I've jumped through a bunch of hoops in my life to be considered trans, and this kid is, by all definition of, to me, is like personally, like he's violating to me. He makes my type of people look bad. And there is a difference. Yes, there's a difference between legitimate trans people and somebody that just says, I'm a guy in a skirt, put me in the girls' locker room.
Right.
If I could have said I identify as a female in high school, I would have taken showers with the girls after wrestling.
Exactly. What normal guy wouldn't?
I would have showered with the gymnast after wrestling practice. And just a heads up, can you imagine what a wrestler and a gymnast can do? The way they can bend? Yeah, exactly. And
no offense, that's actually kind of like never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
I was on the wrestling team. Gymnastics was the same season. We shared a gym with a gymnast when we were doing wrestling practice and stuff.
You didn't share a locker room?
No, but if we could have, dear God, I'd have 15 kids.
Jeff would be in the corner like,
yeah, exactly.
No, I mean, no, and the point of this is like, I'm sorry if we're making a whole segment out of this, but it's like,
this is what we do. Like, we don't have to cover any of these topics. Like, this is just shit we might have put in place to make fun.
I love it how you sent out the message early. Stop putting topics into.
I didn't say stop putting. I said I think we have enough.
We're on 3 pages.
But no, I mean, this particular topic though is like hitting hard for me.
No, that's fine. That's fine. And this is one of the reasons why we like having you on the show.
Honestly,
you bring a totally different perspective.
And honestly, I thought that's why you contacted us.
I love the fact that I'm a different perspective, but particularly with this topic is like, look, I love, okay. Trans people have a problem with, they think that the Democratic Party is their friend. It's really not.
No, they're not. Any minority group is not well served by the Democrats.
Oh, I completely agree. I mean, but they want the government to like expand. Like they
had Robert Byrd as a congressman. I know Robert Byrd was a senator, wasn't he?
But they want the Democratic Party to expand like resources for trans people. And mind you, that might be helpful for the lower income trans people. But at the same point is like they're going to expand all this other shit. Sorry, excuse my French, but they're going to expand all this other stuff.
You want.
They're going to expand all this other stuff that is just nightmarish. It gives trans people a bad name, and I absolutely hate it. I mean, I went from living in Illinois where I'm mostly accepted. I went from living in Illinois where I was mostly accepted. I used to live in Wisconsin where I had literally the cops called on me at one point for using a public restroom at a library.
Wow.
And it's not to say that the struggle's not real for trans people, but I mean, it kind of is. But
the hell is that noise?
My trash can.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. My trash can.
And certain people that decide that they want to screw it up for people like me, like, because this is getting national attention, really piss me off. Like, really fundamentally just drive something primal in my nature where it's like, I really want to just see these people skinned alive.
Well, kind of like, okay. I don't know if it's similar or not, but like every time I see that another Catholic priest diddle a kid, it makes me a little upset. It's like, you make us all look bad. In France, did we talk about this or not last week?
We've not talked about this yet.
You know what I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah.
Apparently like 600 French priests and bishops and archbishops or whatever. I don't know if 600 I pulled out of my butt, but a whole butt ton.
The Pope came out and talked about it, so that's a big deal.
Yeah, the Pope's like, stop diddling kids in France. And how many times is the Catholic Church going to diddle kids?
Yeah, get away with it.
Yeah, it's like It makes me look like an asshole for trying to be a good person. You know what I mean?
Hey, Jeff, Testicles, you've known me long enough to
You can
say
use my
that.
first name. That's fine.
Oh, well, Jeff, you've known me long enough to know that I will never judge you for your religion. Fucking fact that I have attended Catholic mass before. That's
I
because
asked
of
you
you.
to, actually.
Yeah, but that's because of you. And the fact of the matter remains, though, is like I've realized that Catholics, they're not going to be the ones to judge you, and most Catholics are not going to be the ones to judge you.
Some of
Most
them are
Catholics,
Karen.
yeah, some of them are Karens, but it comes down to the point of, you don't judge me for people that act bad because
all
they're
sin.
simply trans. Exactly. We all sin. Every group has their faults, and we don't judge each other for them. So
Dude, I drink way more than I should. I have tattoos. I
didn't
have my
Jesus say
dick
have some wine
pierced.
for your soul, though? Didn't Jesus say have some wine for your soul to Peter?
That's different than getting blasted to do a show every week.
that is true. But I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, no, the blood of Christ is very different. And
Well, we're taking communion.
yeah. And I don't drink the wine at church, honestly enough, because that wine is garbage and you know it.
Well, in my denomination, it's just grape juice, so it's not wine.
Oh no, we still do wine in the Catholic Church.
I know you do.
And you can't do it as a
And
child.
that's when you want to be the priest, because he's got to drink all the wine at the end of communion.
Or
because
go
it's
turns
all-
into vinegar.
because it's the blood of Christ, so he's got to stop. And what's not used, he's got to chug.
Yeah, exactly. You can't throw away the blood of Christ.
No.
Who has to eat all those communion wafers?
He does.
Actually, he blessed- actually, to be honest, though, the Catholic priest blesses it on the spot, and that's what makes it the blood and the body of Christ.
Right.
So,
So he's got
anything
to
left
eat it
over is
all
still
and
just
drink it all.
well, anything left over is still just crack wafers and wine because he didn't bless it and make it the body and blood of Christ.
Well, I know there's some religions where they drink all the wine at the end. So
Catholics are weird. That's why everyone hates them.
not everybody hates them.
Really? Your religion broke off with Catholicism because they hated them.
I don't hate Catholics.
See, there you go.
Go to church more. You will.
All right, so
I hate this new pope. I'll give you that one.
So
I love all the
DeSantis
perks.
said this was going to happen, and now they're doing it. They are fining a county in Florida for enforcing COVID vaccine rules, $3.5 million.
What vaccine rule though?
Good
Well,
for him.
DeSantis put an executive order in place that said they could not ask for a vaccine card anywhere in the state of Florida.
Yeah, but what? Okay, so a business is not allowed to require it. Okay.
Or any government, state, nothing.
Well, I know we all think that about how Biden said that, oh, this is the new rule. That actually hasn't not gone into effect.
Yeah, no, OSHA actually never passed that.
They
They're
actually just picked
examining
it up
as
though.
Huh?
They just picked it up though to decide.
It went to
They're
OMB.
never-
It's under review right now.
Exactly. That's my point, though, is they actually haven't passed it yet. Under review is different from passed.
This sounds an
Yeah.
awful lot like the president saying things to make businesses compliant in advance.
Yeah. Well, the
It
county.
is.
This is the county that the state
Sounds
capital's
dirty.
in Florida, and they actually fired 14 people who did not get vaccinated, which is definitely a violation of Ron DeSantis rules that he put in place in Florida.
Yeah, they got
Well-
nailed with a huge fine, didn't they?
$3.57 million.
Woo!
You're forcing companies at this point in Florida to decide which fine they'll pay. And honestly, here's what DeSantis should do. He should alleviate these positions. It's like, look, I'm not going to require these people. The government in Florida pays off the government and then challenges them in court. That's what Ron DeSantis should do. He's honestly, in he's inflaming the condition down in Florida. He really is.
I don't know. I got some in-laws. Actually, all my in-laws for the most part are in Florida, and they love DeSantis. And
I'm not saying he's a bad guy, and I'm not saying I wouldn't vote for him. I'm just saying the fact that
I
him
wouldn't.
going to headbutt the federal government is eventually going to be a bad thing.
Well, somebody's got to stand up to the federal government.
This is entirely true.
It's going to be Florida and Texas at this point.
And I am playing devil's advocate at this point because it's like, who are you going to pay?
Texas actually has a special clause that says they're allowed to secede.
Yeah, we'll see how well that works out.
Well, they haven't tried, but New Hampshire has like 6 or 7 people that need to said they're willing to secede. Granted, New Hampshire would. Are you guys familiar with the new the Free State Project?
Yes, you brought it up.
I know I have.
I am very familiar with it because I've been thinking about moving to New Hampshire recently.
It's very expensive to live in New Hampshire.
It is, which is why I haven't done it.
Yeah. I like the idea, but they have like 7.5 miles of coastline.
That's it.
Well, Maine comes down as most of the coast, and New Hampshire has a little piece that comes out underneath it. And then Vermont is squeezing in, but doesn't touch the ocean. And then you got Massachusetts right there.
It's based off of trade at that point in time. You needed actual coastline.
Exactly. Trade. You need some coastline for trade, right? And yeah, but they want to do this Free State Project where it's we'll take care of ourselves, leave us alone. We're gonna put libertarians in office, right?
I hope that works well for them.
It will.
It will not work well. Libertarians can't get shit done. They're worse than Republicans.
They like to smoke too much weed.
And drink beer and jerk off to porn.
Coming from like the anarcho-capitalist of the group that actually qualifies as a libertarian, I resent all these remarks. Yet recognize that
I'm sure I'm in more libertarian communities than you are, and all I see anywhere I go is arguments. That's all they do is argue with each other. Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
So
Not
how
at
are
all.
you possibly going to have a candidate if all you do is argue with each other? You guys, you can never get behind it. Bill Weld got beat by D's nuts. The wife almost peed herself when she saw that on the TV, that Bill Weld, the libertarian candidate, got beat by a write-in vote of D's nuts.
That's like voting in Chuck Norris, you know.
Why it's George Lucas, just a random, will be elected part of a fucking libertarian state.
I still can't believe the dude lost to D's nuts.
It happens.
That's absolutely hilarious. It wasn't Mickey Mouse. It wasn't. It was D's nuts.
Oh God.
Who you voting for? I'm voting for D's nuts.
So Texas came out with a COVID-19 ban for statewide.
Oh, I love this chair.
Yeah, you're gonna break it again.
I've already broken.
But they basically said that no company in the state of Texas can enforce the federal mandate where 100 people or more had to get the COVID shot.
Again, there's no federal mandate.
It's coming.
Yeah, I completely agree with Yaten on that one. There is no tactical federal mandate as of this point. It is not passed through OSHA.
Not only that, you don't even have to say, "Oh, that's not applicable." All you have to do is activate a law that's already in place that says you're not allowed to discriminate on medical
according
status.
to Psaki, she said that in this case, federal law supersedes state law, but there's a problem with her logic. Is what they're doing is not a law. They're doing regulations through OSHA. They're doing regulations
You're right, regulations. It's not a law. Law requires Congress.
It will not
Hey,
supersede.
So what happened to the Bill of Rights, the 9th Amendment?
They conveniently
Tenth.
forget about it.
10th Amendment it states
Is it the
rights.
10th or the 9th?
9th Amendment is,
thought
we
it was
have
the 9th
extra
Amendment.
rights that we didn't think to bring up. You know?
But
You-
the point is like
So does the federal government supersede the state laws? Or the state
federal
laws supersede the
laws
federal
do
government?
supersede state laws.
But we're not
But-
dealing
Since
with
when?
laws here. We're dealing
But-
with OSHA regulations.
Exactly. It's not a law, it's a regulation.
Since when did the federal laws supersede state laws?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
It's in the Constitution.
No,
I thought
no,
that
it's
was
not.
part of
Yes,
the
it is. I
9th
believe
Amendment.
it's
And
Article
The
2.
state can say no. You can.
For example, the United States government says it's illegal to murder someone. It's not okay for Massachusetts to say, no, you can murder as many people as you want.
No, we're not
What
talking
about-
about murder. We're
I'm
talking
just
about
saying, when it comes to law, federal lawsuit, that's how this is how the United States government went in and raided so many California marijuana shops and took all of their money.
What about something simpler? What about the Montana speed limit that Obama actually had to leverage?
Well, there
federal-
was no speed limit in Montana.
There was no speed limit in Montana until
Because it
Obama,
was 700 miles before you got to anything.
but Obama actually leveraged federal highway fucking grants to this state. I was gonna say country. Honestly, they would prefer if they were their own country.
Montana could be. It's bigger than a lot of countries.
But no, I mean, seriously, Obama had no control over their speed limit, but he leveraged his transportation department to tell them, like, look, if you don't put a speed limit on, you're not getting funding. And then they put a speed limit on it. The speed limit in Montana,
200.
the speed limit in Montana is now safe and prudent.
Yeah, what is it, like 200?
No, it's actually in certain areas, it's still safe and prudent.
That's what it says. It's safe and prudent.
I need to go drive in Montana.
I would laugh my nuts off if I saw a speed limit sign that said safe and prudent. It's like, yeah,
I
prudency.
got my little Jeep, my Jeep. As soon as it said 80 miles per hour, start shaking. Like, oh shit!
Oh wow!
I've driven
But
on
no.
the Autobahn in Germany, so
It's
Oh, excuse
actually
me,
you're not
why?
allowed to go as fast as you want anymore on the Autobahn.
well, when I did it, you could.
They actually time you when you get on and when you get
When
off.
you're
No,
drunk.
I'm just using that as a point to say that like federal laws are not as powerful as people think. Is the state still has ultimate say so over federal laws, and
Well, it
without,
always
like,
comes down to the
rights.
local level.
yeah, without like literal like federal mandates and stuff like this, like federal government putting pressure on them for like grant money and stuff, the federal laws still mean absolutely nothing.
That's why I want to get rid of this grant money for a bunch of bullshit. It's because they're encouraging states to like, oh, if you don't do this, we won't give you this money. First of all, why are you
The way
giving
the
states
sanctuary,
money?
the way the
No.
sanctuary city happens too.
No, we'll give you this money if you do this. Like, first of all, you took that money from us, right?
Yeah,
And then you're willing to give me a little bit back if I do what you tell me to do.
Right.
And that's the whole idea of the Free State Project is like, fuck you. Then we'll literally collect zero sales tax or we'll collect zero tax. Except for, whatever we need to literally pay for police and fire department. Kind of like what Florida's doing. They make all the money for tourists. Clear's
Yeah,
got a
they have
little
no
bitch
they have no personal property tax in Florida.
or income tax.
That's what I mean. No income tax. They have a personal property. They get a lot of their money from car registrations and
Alcohol.
Tourism. It's
Alcohol
sales.
expensive in Florida too.
Yeah.
By the way, I have no ABC here.
No, you don't need to,
Why does Virginia need an ABC?
because the state wants to get their cut of the pie.
Oh, Massachusetts gets their cut. They just don't demand they sell it. I'm assuming most of the. Oh, I say that. I was gonna say I assume most of the country knows what I'm talking about with ABC,
No,
but we actually have international listeners.
not lately.
Is anyone watching us right now or no?
What the fellow that under?
Yeah. Well, no, actually, we have a handful of guys that watch us after after the
Yeah.
fact in Australia.
Hey, I heard something about Australia opening up, so I don't know if that's true or not.
I doubt it.
I saw something. So say so. I didn't follow through to completely, but I guess they open it up for tourists or something. So I'm like, why would you want to go to Australia right now with everything going on over there?
They might even not even let you leave. They might put you in a camp forever.
Yeah.
Like sucker. Like oh shit.
Claire, did you watch our Australian episode?
Not particularly, but
With the
hold
fellow
up, hold
from
up.
down
I actually
under?
game with some people from Australia, so I may be more
So-
familiar than you realize.
All right.
So I think this might be addressed to you, Claire, on our Facebook page. Somebody named Ravine Darius Gold.
Yeah.
You know him?
Yes,
Her?
I do.
Or her.
Raven Darius Gold.
However they identify,
They
I don't know
call
what the
it
rules
a
are.
sausage fest.
Oh, yeah, it kind of is. It really is a sausage fest.
Well, like we said, we
I mean, there's
drink
4 dicks and 1 pair of tits. I mean, seriously.
And we got
Well,
tequila.
So we do have 2 people that have watched the show. One might be me on Facebook, but because it's running on the page, and I'm viewing the page right now to see how many people are viewing it. So
That's all right.
Yeah. Hey, Gold, how you doing, buddy? Yeah.
I forgot what we were
So
talking about.
episode 53 got like 29 beers. Like, yeah.
59 beers?
No, episode 53 got 29 viewers. I was like, yeah.
All right. We have not touched any of the meat. I said we have not touched the meat and potatoes, but we have. What's up with this fucking
Do you want to touch the meat and potatoes?
I don't want to see the potatoes or the meat.
I'll suck on them.
Here's my address.
JD.
No offense, Yaten. I have talked to your wife. She would not
At
be happy. So no.
Gmail.
Apparently, Lori Lightfoot's been having issues.
Oh, yeah, she has.
We've been talking about this broad for a long time.
Murder
Beetlejuice, right?
capital of the country.
I do not call her Beetlejuice. I live right outside of Chicago, and I can tell you what I call her. Right? This
She looks like
woman
Beetlejuice.
She does not. Not after you've seen what I've seen. This woman looks like Golem. Like literally a black.
We were talking about
version of
this
Golem.
earlier. I think you were stepped away from. You were smoking at the time. We were talking about. She's the golem from My Precious.
Yeah, no, this woman looks like she walks into her wife's bedroom and goes, "My precious." I mean, seriously, this woman is freaking twisted. Like every move she makes, it's like you look at her cross-eyed and go, "Really, you couldn't make a smarter move?"
Yeah, she's activating National Guard, isn't she?
If she is, I'm not gonna go into fucking Chicago until it's done.
Nah, she's using it for something just like Massachusetts is doing.
School bus drivers.
Like, but they're not just bus drivers. They're not actually. This week, they're actually now medical professionals. The problem is, they say, "Oh, we have all these extra, doctors and nurses because of the National Guard." It's like, these guys were already doctors and nurses that you took
Yeah.
out of the workforce.
Yeah.
Put back in the work.
no.
You just moved
The
the problem from Gloucester to
The
Boston. You know what I mean?
problem with this is she had every other summer festival and she held it. Lollapalooza was still held this year. Yes, she's gonna go.
Okay.
Oh, no.
What's she
What?
canceling?
Lollapalooza. Do you guys have any? I'm sure you've all heard of Lollapalooza, right?
Yep.
Do you have any idea who puts the show on?
No.
It's Perry Farrell, and he was in. Oh my
He
god!
did something in the water. He does the.
This-
He used to do
You're
the
talking
music
about Pharrell.
festival
That's a
down
different
in,
guy.
in
That's
Virginia.
Pharrell.
He canceled it this year and says he'll never do another festival in Virginia because the culture is so bad.
Different guy.
We
Perry
just
Farrell.
said it.
No,
Very
the Follow
feral.
Palooza's from the Alice in Chains. No,
Okay.
not Alice
Jane's
in Chains.
Addiction.
What's the name of the guy?
Jane's Addiction
Jane's
and
Addiction,
Porno for
thank you.
Pyros. He was also in a band, Porno for Pyros, and the guitarist, David Navarro, followed him over. But some dude, not a big deal band. Like, Jane's Addiction was not a big deal band. They did some good music.
Got a couple hits.
Couple hits, yeah. And he put on Lollapalooza. It's as big as Ozfest. You know? But yeah, what was up with that dude that said F Virginia? I'm not coming back.
Yeah, he said. Well, his nephew got shot by the Virginia Beach police recently and killed.
That's unfortunate.
And he just says that the culture is not good in Virginia Beach.
Toxic.
Right now.
The culture is toxic in Virginia.
Virginia Beach is nasty. Like, I avoided Virginia Beach as much as I could when I lived in Virginia.
I know that I never went over there either. So
no,
you gotta go.
But this is what happened.
You're bound to be robbed in Virginia Beach.
This is what happened when you rely on one person to come make a concert and stuff like that, like an event. You should not rely on one person. You should diversify your portfolio and not just depend on this guy to bring all this money in. And like, well,
that's why I got silver. That's why I got stocks. I got crypto. I'm diversifying.
You got sober.
Oh no.
Who wants to be sober?
That's what I heard. Instead of silver, I heard sober.
You need a Q-tip.
Yeah. But yeah, I bought stocks. I bought crypto. I bought silver. I bought gold. I bought diamonds.
Diamonds.
Yeah.
You know that they're not that rare.
They're still worth money because they're pretty.
I would go sapphire. I like sapphire.
Blood diamonds are cheaper.
They are cheaper.
Yeah, in the black market.
Yeah, but most of my worth is stored in actual things and not cash. I don't trust cash. I think the economy, I think the US dollar is going to deflate so fast.
I believe more in coins and cash than actually electronic cash. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I know what you mean.
Yeah, because
if I can make a bunch of money on electronic cash, I will make that money.
Since you swerved into this topic, it's not on the list. I'm going to bring it up. About this time every year, they announce the COLA raise for military retirees, people that get money from the VA, people that get money from Social Security.
Mm-hmm.
And they announced that this year we're going to get a 5.9% raise. It's the largest raise since 1982.
5.9. So your 5. Pension's going up?
Yes.
So is mine. I mean, it's still bullshit because if you can,
both of you. No, I'm getting nothing. No.
Well, we've had this conversation.
I'm very pissed off. They cut a piece of my fucking brain out of my fucking head. I can't do my job anymore. I had to give up my career. And you know what they tell me every time I speak to them? They tell me to go fuck myself.
No, Yaten, this is one reason why I wanted to introduce you to the other trans person I know. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm going to pull some like real world stuff. Yeah, it's fine. Like the other trans person I know. The other trans person I know is a disability fucking specialist.
There you go. Put him in touch.
You know what? I've met a dozen of them. I'm dealing with one right now. A friend of the family, the one we brought up earlier. I know a guy. He does it. And he went on vacation for 3 fucking weeks once he got my paperwork. And then he lost it.
No. This one actually, like, they got me my disability. How about that one? They got me my disability.
Oh, you actually cut your dick or getting ready to cut your dick off.
I understand that, but at the same point is like this person, I really want to introduce you. So how about this one? Next Saturday, I'll invite him onto the episode if I'm still invited. And
yeah, you're always invited.
Yeah.
Okay. You have an open invitation. How's that?
Okay.
Just shoot us a message. Say, hey, give me a link. How's that?
Yeah. Okay. I'll try to get this person on, and
We don't
they
like to
can
drink
actually
alone.
like.
No, we
They-
definitely don't like drinking alone.
But no, this person's also like lefty, like more lefty than any of us here.
Ooh, that would
So
be
That's
interesting.
great. We always trying to get somebody on, but we can't find anybody that's willing to come on the show.
I would
That'd
love
be
her to
awesome.
come on
They
the
won't
show.
either.
I would love her to come on the show. She's actually reasonable, and
Okay.
Do you have
I
a
think she could
discussion
honestly
versus,
help.
talking
I
points?
think she could
Yeah.
honestly help Jeff with some of his issues. Like seriously.
Yeah,
Make sure you
I-
put our email out there.
well, no, I
I ain't gonna throw his email out
The
there.
Jeffrey and
I know,
Brian
I just
Show at
fucking
gmail.com.
that's the email we're supposed to use. Like, yeah, I kind of remember me throwing in my own personal email, just like, if you read it, send it here. But I haven't got a thumbs down yet because, like, well, really, we're not big enough for people to find us that don't want to
No,
find
no.
us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotcha,
However,
I
I
gotcha.
am, but between the two that I put up on YouTube last week by accident and the Rumble, I'm getting like 27 views. Granted, that's not a big deal, but oh, I'm impressed that anyone gives a shit what I have to say. You know what I mean? It's like I'm afraid of what I have to say. I'm even more afraid that someone else listens to me.
I thought the numbers were much bigger. I'm never gonna come back to this show.
Yeah. If they
Nah, I'm
become
joking.
popular, I'm gonna have to delete this shit and find out how to delete it from their profile too.
No, you're good, man. You're good. Me and Maui will just delete our fucking shit.
Hell yeah. I'm like, hey, how you delete this? Google. Shave
But
off my beard. Get a haircut.
it's
Looks
way
like
too
you
late
got a
for this.
haircut with that headset on.
It's
Yeah.
way too late for this. But do you want to plug anything? Your gamer page or whatever?
Me and my buddy we game on Infernal Legion Gaming.
Eternal Legion,
Infernal Legion.
Inferno.
Yes, it's
Like
another
on
name you
fire.
bet me. Due to the release of the game New World, we are going to be playing that a lot. We're going to be trying to live stream it on Twitch. Also, look out for me when it comes to writing. I'm actually working on a new book.
I read about this
Yeah,
that you sent me.
Yeah. I've actually got over 100 pages done, 300 pages literally in world documents, like world building documents and stuff like that. So I'm actually really working on it. I have no idea what the title of the book's going to be yet, but just keep
What's
an eye out
the
for that.
subject of the book?
It's high fantasy, but at the same point is most fantasies they deal with like you're born a specific person and you have
Okay.
this magnificent destiny. My book actually takes the point of like everything costs you, magic, warfare,
Okay.
everything costs you, like it does with real world veterans. And that was kind of my working point from that book was like fucking you look at vets and fucking shit that's cost them, and
Yeah.
and that's kind of my working point from there.
Then they
Okay,
eat a
cool.
bullet.
Actually with this world, before you would get to eat a bullet, your magic would end up killing you. Like you try to cast a spell, and because you're so emotionally unbalanced,
You should check out Pierce Anthony, Piers, first name, last name
Mhm.
Anthony. The Incarnations of Immortality series.
okay, I'll check it out.
He's got a Xanth series that's a very childish fantasy realm where everything's either magic or has magic.
Yeah,
But the incarnation of immortality is like there's death, there's earth, the whole time, that whole thing.
yeah. Well,
I just think it might give you a little inspiration because it seems very similar. You know what I mean?
Well, one of the things I actually tried to do is like focus on, because I take a hyper realistic focus, is like if magic actually has such a huge price, who would
You say
use it?
hyper realistic with magic.
Yeah, I understand that that's kind of
You see
ridiculous,
the
but at the same
paradox
point-
there.
Yeah, but it's like like the toll it would take on people and stuff like that is then if you're talking about women that are dealing with like biological differences, let's just say this much, trying to make it in a world where they're treated just under the law as men, it has destroyed some of the women, like physically, emotionally, and stuff like this. I'm actually trying to approach certain angles like that.
I have no idea what you're saying.
If you're biologically different from a female and she has to go to war for the same time period you do, what does she need differently? But she's treated like you, just under the same laws. Like no extra
kind of like the whole thing I brought up several years ago on this show with the women firefighters.
Yep.
As of you have to carry, you shouldn't be allowed to carry down a lighter load of sand down the fire. All right, the firefighters had to carry down 200-pound sack of sand on the shoulder down like 3 flights of stairs.
Not only
the
that,
women only had to carry a 120-pound set pack. And it just maybe goes, oh, so if she shows up, I don't get to fucking survive. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, I understand that, but it's not only that. It's like if she's pregnant, you got to add more weight on top of that 210 pounds fucking she'd have to carry down.
Well, we all looked at this problem from the male going female perspective, but I've got a buddy in the Navy who's a chief who's got a female sailor that's going male.
You don't see that often.
No, you don't.
How do you make a dick?
I don't know. Doesn't really matter.
It's difficult, and trust me, from this perspective, it's.
But she is soon going to have to perform under the male PRT standards.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Yeah, there's a big difference between female and male PRT
standard. And if she can make it, good for him. That you guys notice I'm phrasing it that way.
Yes, I made sure to hear that.
Good for him.
Right. And that's one thing he asked her right now is like, are you ready for this? And she said she was. So.
Honestly, the male standards aren't that difficult if you keep in shit.
I completely agree with you on that point. But like I said, it's like
easier said than done.
If you're gonna like actually make room for trans people, like please make room for trans people. Make them follow the same fucking rules.
Let's be fair here. Let's be 100% honest and not saying this, that. Where do you put them on the ship? Someone who was born with a vagina that wants a penis, had a penis put on, whatever I don't know how we do this. You know where I'm going with this.
I'm gonna say this one.
What birthing do you put them in?
I understand this point to this point. Yeah, you know as well as I do, on a ship, there are certain facilities that are smaller. They intermix female to males.
I
with
hear
guys.
Ray's wife talking a lot.
I'm just gonna say this one, and I'm not gonna say it again. Female to males. If you have to intermix them with other birthings, if you have to, 100%, you intermix them with guys. And then if you have to intermix female to males, you intermix them with women. I'm just going to say that much, but at the same point is like completed transitions should be intermixed with their own genders.
Right.
Well, I keep hearing that everyone says give them their own space. I don't think you understand how the United States Navy works. There's not room to give people. You know what I mean?
Never give them their own fucking space. Are you fucking kidding me? That's not what trans people are about. They're about transition.
That's better than how officers lives on the ship. And even if you put the trans together, well, you have 3 people in a chief's berthing.
Okay, here's my point: is with trans people, you intermix them until the point where they transition, and then you transition them to their other gender. That should be the point of transitioning.
What do we?
That's not supposed to be happening. That's not happening on a ship. That's happening on shore duty if it's happening in the Navy.
Exactly. It's not at sea.
It's not at sea.
I understand this, but
This is
you
an
know,
issue.
this
It's
is
like, well, if you're gonna be in the Navy, it's not just to transition, right? We actually talked about this last time. You don't join the service to transition, right?
no. If it was an option, I may have done it, and no offense. If it was an option, I may have done it
I
back then.
doubt it, honestly, because I don't think you realize that's what it was at that point.
You may be right, but at the same point, if it was an option and I knew what it was, I would have joined up.
Why should that be the taxpayers'
Oh
expense?
boy.
That's very true.
This is a fair
That's-
argument.
It is a fair argument. I'm not sure why. At the same point is though, it's like I'm
No,
not even gonna
give me
argue this point. I'm
give me
really
your
not.
argument. This is what you're here for.
Does
I
the
want to hear
VA
it.
cover this?
No,
Hmm?
no.
The VA's
It
not
doesn't.
covering it yet.
Watch this next thing that she says go viral. Watch it happen.
Okay, here's one for you. If the
She perked
VA,
up.
okay, if you sign a check up to the point where it includes your ass,
I
'cause we
did
all
that.
know when we sign the fucking check,
Yeah, up
for
to
and joining
including my
being listed.
ass.
yeah, that you should be recompensed for it. And honestly, if it fucking includes like transition, I don't think you should get the Montgomery GI Bill because you should choose one or the other.
Okay.
And that would be the fucking honestly for
So
me.
your argument is the same argument I'm trying to make for my my headed thing. In terms of this shit showed up and I think it's your fucking responsibility to fix it.
Yeah. But here's my point. If you want to transition and you want to go to college, you should fucking choose like one or the other. You should choose one or the other because they're both equally expensive. It's ridiculously expensive to transition properly. And honest to God,
Bruce Jenner still hasn't done it.
yeah, well, I mean, but I
It's
mean,
not Bruce Jenner
that would be
anymore.
my point. Is like,
Still
okay,
got a dick.
if you want to join to transition, they should make fucking economy. They should make room for you, but you fucking sacrifice your fucking way for this or something that you fucking get.
I actually I agree with that. I think that's a great way to look at it. You know, you get the $15,000-$20,000 for the GI Bill, or you get $15,000-$20,000 to transition. You know, I have no issue with that whatsoever.
Oh wow.
I don't.
Brian's
I mean-
further left than you. I told you you were I told everyone you were further right than Brian.
On this subject, I totally understand what she's trying to say. She's saying
Yeah.
like, hey, go to college or transition.
Or cut
If
your
that's-
dick off.
If that's what you want to do, then that's what you do. You know,
Well, to
and
put
I'm
the
fine
Steven
with
Crowder
that.
away.
But no, I mean, honestly,
What are you
Like, it
smoking
might-
anyway?
Lucky
Cigarette.
Strikes.
Oh, lucky. LSMFT, right?
Yeah, Lucky Strikes means fine tobacco.
Yeah, it's on the bottom of the pack still, isn't it?
Yep.
You don't like no filter on it, do you?
Oh, this one actually has a filter. They've been
they do make
they've
it
been-
filtered.
They
Yeah.
made a filter version now. It's like Camels. They had that filters to them.
I
But
still
no,
cannot
I mean-
believe I remember that fucking lead combo. That's awesome. LMFST, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever it is. I'm surprised. It's still on the package.
Yep.
Is it really?
But no, I'm dead serious though. It's like if you want to transition, you got two choices: college or transition. I am completely behind that one because I don't believe the pet taxpayers should be out
Think-
too much.
I think college
And,
is overrated.
It
And
is.
honestly, right now, I would tell you the fact is like I really hate to reveal this much about my personal life, but
No, you
I'm
gave
just-
out my last name. You may as well put up my home
Okay.
address.
okay, fine. Okay, fine. I'm just looking for a guy right now that I can literally cook and clean for and fucking like literally just like be the housewife for. My voice like may sound like weird and shit or fucking like a total guy's voice, but no, that's actually what I'm looking for. Is just like a guy that I can
You
my
want to get
disability-
married, is what you're saying.
Pretty much. But no, I'm telling you that I'm looking for a guy I can cook and clean for, like, yeah, pretty much just be the housewife for. But that's pretty much just me. I want to be like, look,
How
I'm
does that
so
work, though?
trans
Like,
that I want to be a 1950s housewife.
Yeah, but let's. I'm gonna go raw here. Let's be real.
Yeah.
You can't have a baby,
I understand that.
and that's a
Arnold
big deal.
Schwarzenegger did.
I saw that movie. It was terrible. Do you think that weighs into the equation?
No.
It does weigh into the equation very heavily, which is probably one reason why I'm still single.
There
But
are
at the
people
same-
out there that don't want to have kids, though.
But you have to remember, this is one of the points that weighs very heavily on my mind, and it when it comes to like trans people in particular, it does weigh very heavily on them because they're not looking for a free ride or anything. I just I want to be like the best person I'm suited for, and I really do cook and clean well.
You want to be the
And,
best person that you can be.
exactly.
You should
And-
look into Catholicism a little more, or at least Christianity. I know you went
do.
to a mass.
No, honestly, I do. I read the Bible regularly.
And even if you don't believe it's God, at least it's a dude who went around with his buddies and like helped people, right?
Yeah. No, I do read the
He's a
Bible
good guy. He's a
regularly
good
because
guy.
it's-
Jesus is a good dude.
Yeah, no, I mean, Jesus was like one of the best dudes that's ever lived. I mean, if you like hippies that fucking
Jesus
run
was the
around
man.
like,
His big long hair and his beard.
well, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, like, hey, you guys want wine? I can make water into wine.
Yeah, I'll make that shit wine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. You need more fish? I got you guys.
You guys watch
yeah, no,
Black Jesus?
Jesus was like one of the best dudes that's ever lived. Period. End of sentence. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care if you're a Christian or not. If you read the religious script, he was like the ultimate dude. He's like, I tell you the truth. I've smoked weed with hippies out in California. I would love to hang out with Jesus.
Yeah. It's like, what's up, buddy? It's like, I
You know
understand.
what I
You're just here
really
to make
wanna
sure I'm
find
doing
out?
better.
Like in the Testament, you find like, when he was a kid, then you find like when he was around 24 years old. Like what happened between that time frame? Like where he was, what he was doing, how he became to who he was, That's what I really want to find out.
Well, if you read some of the other scripts that were excluded from the Bible, he was actually a pretty angry youth.
Probably.
Because no one ever heard about it until he's 33.
I heard. Nah, I think he's
33,
20.
Brian. 33.
33.
Where's your bell?
Magic number.
Where's your
No, I
bell?
mean-
You got the bells. You got all the sound effects.
I don't have my speakers on.
No, the dude was still like one of the most chill people in history. I don't care who you are. Like they were trying to stone prostitutes, and the dude was like, "Hold on."
Rebecca,
Yep.
the oldest name in the Bible, the oldest profession. No, dude, I know the Bible. Actually, Clam might know it better than me.
Why would I know it better than you? Why would I know it better than you?
Because I had a feeling you studied it hard after I brought it up, and then you said this doesn't sound terrible.
No,
I got a feeling you read it and read it and read it.
I will tell you this much: that a lot of the stories are wasted on me, but at the same point, is like fucking that dude was a chill, cool dude.
Yeah, he smoked a bowl and he's like, hey, let's not have a fight.
I'm
Right?
sorry, 2 fish into enough to feed hundreds. That's amazing.
I got oil for everyone. Don't worry.
All right. Changing subject.
Let's
All
do this in
right.
a hurry. We're
Navy nuclear engineer and his wife
yeah.
trying to sell
Oh.
submarine secrets.
It's not
He's in a lot of trouble.
He
his
is in a
wife
lot of
second.
trouble.
And his wife too.
Yeah, both of them.
Well,
Both
no.
of them.
He just beat Biden to the punch, which is why he's in a lot of trouble.
Here it is.
We should put that. We should put a tagline. Somebody beat Biden to the punch.
That's not a bad title. Unfortunately, this is not going to be the major subject of the show.
No, but I really want to know what country he was trying to sell it to.
Apparently the FBI.
Yeah.
Oh, is this another FBI sting operation like they do with the terrorists?
He tried to sell secrets as an FBI agent.
So, but they do this all the time with the terrorism organizations too, where they try to sell them weapons that go off and terrorize the United States. You know, it's a sting.
Thing is, you don't need a bomb for terror. I'm pretty sure they proved that in 2011. Like you can just fly a plane into a building and kill 1,000 people.
2001.
You say 11.
Wasn't it 2001?
You said
Yeah,
2011.
Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
said 2011.
I'm sorry. My mistake. But yeah, you don't need a ridiculous bomb.
No.
Just fly a ridiculous jet into a building. You're gonna kill 1,000 people.
But yeah, that's to prove there's a lot of spies out in this area. You know, it's like it's crazy. A couple years ago, there's another person-
2,977.
Almost 3K.
That was
You look like a
9/11.
ghost
I'm
again.
sorry to interrupt that, guys.
No, it's fine. You
No,
should-
yeah, you're fine. No, but this area, the DC area, there's a lot of spies, a lot of people selling secrets and stuff. And this is not the first time somebody tried to sell secrets to somebody. A couple
No,
years
of
ago,
course not.
there was somebody got arrested for the same thing too, trying to sell secrets. And,
Are you
aircraft
fucking
carriers
kidding me?
secrets.
Maxine Waters had a Chinese spy driving her car for what, 15 years?
No,
Yeah.
you're talking about.
And no
it
one
wasn't Maxine Water.
cared.
It wasn't Maxine Water. It was fucking.
was
Diane
Maxine Waters.
Feinstein.
Diana Feinstein.
Was it Feinstein?
Yeah.
Yep.
Clay's rolling out. I don't know why I'm not
But-
taking over the main screen now.
You're not talking enough.
Oh, there you go.
Mhm.
Something
So,
to Rice has an empty chair. What? There's a lot of show left. We haven't touched anything.
I'm bouncing around now.
Oh, actually, we covered a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we
Hey,
covered.
so
Yeah,
you
now we
think this-
covered it all.
Hey, so
Hey, am I
do
doing that or
think they
you?
should get the
Yeah,
death
you
penalty?
did that.
All right.
Go ahead, Ray. What you got? What's your
Do you
topic?
think the spy should get a death penalty or life sentence?
A
Well,
spy?
since Joe Biden's the president, there'll be no such thing as a death penalty.
And the teacher, the wife was a teacher somewhere here. She got fired like immediately.
Of
Like,
course.
dang. It's like I would give the death sentence, so that would not happen again. You know, like why you gonna feed it for the rest of the life?
It's
It
going to
probably
happen
eventually-
again, though. The greed
Yeah,
is
eventually
always
so-
going to be an issue. People with tech secrets will always be approached, and they'll always. It's the death sentence. Not it might deter a little bit, but it's not going to
But-
solve the problem. There's always
Yeah,
going
but
to
at
be the
least
problem.
yeah. And that's why I never got my secret clearance. Like, you know what? I don't need to know nothing if I don't need to know it.
You
You
never
got a
got a
secret
secret?
clearance.
I need to
It's
get out
not
of here.
gonna, you're not going to be selling secrets with a secret clearance. I'm
Yeah,
telling
but
you.
I'm saying like I just don't need to
Oh.
be involved with it. Like, no, I don't need to get involved in this because
I actually
know.
had top secret clearance, and you're
Yeah.
right. I'm not selling any secrets.
I
No.
applied for a top secret clearance and went to Captain's Mess. So.
Huh?
I applied for a top secret clearance and went to Captain's Mess
Oh, I had it because no, I had top
because I
secret.
admitted to doing drugs in the interview. I admitted doing marijuana and LSD in the second interview I had for my top secret clearance.
I tried to 3 times. when I
Apparently, the
enlisted.
Navy frowns on that.
Yeah, I
shit,
tried
if they
to.
asked me that
Sailors.
question, I'd have been in trouble 3 times over.
That's worse than getting pissed on, getting popped on a piss test. is doing
You know,
it.
every HT hull maintenance technician has a secret clearance, right?
Well, most people in the Navy have a secret clearance.
That's not
Most
true at
people.
all.
I
Most
did. I
people.
had a secret.
Well, you,
Yeah, you did, but doesn't mean everybody else does.
Yeah,
I never had a secret clearance.
I had a secret clearance. I had a top secret clearance because I had to be the guy to run in to do an emergency repair. And what drove me nuts was when I would go down to like a nuclear, the reactor department, and they're like, "Oh, we need to cover all this shit up." I was like, "I don't give a fuck. I just need to do a fucking weld." And they spent 30 minutes covering up documents. I was like, "I just need to do a weld. I need to weld one pipe. It's going to take me 35 seconds. And I'm sitting there for 45 minutes." It's like, I have so many hours in a day, you know. Drove me nuts when nuclear would just, no, it's going to take 3 hours. Like, are you kidding me? I need to do a 45-second weld. I don't even know where I went. I just got pissed off.
Yelling on the $600 IRS reporting requirement. There's a lot of tax
That's to
fraud
tax the wealthy, right?
and cheating
Oh,
that's
God.
done on.
Oh.
The wealthy are not worried about $600.
Yeah, no. If you have $600, you are wealthy, apparently.
Well,
That's the
everybody
point.
has $600.
Well, that's who gets taxed, though,
This
isn't it?
is not $600 a month. This is $600 going in your account over a year.
And that's my point is they're not trying to tax the wealthy. They are in making Janet Yellen even says like, "Oh, it's a bunch of tax and evasion and fraud. We need to chase it down." If it's
We need to
$600 at a
fix the
time,
tax fucking code. We really need to fix the tax code. Honestly, if you want to tax
I have the
wealthy,
answer.
Okay, let's hear it.
Oh, I've said it several times.
Let's hear it.
Zero income tax. All taxes are paid on sales. Taxes are based, it's an incremental system, but it's based upon the luxuriousness of the purchase. If you need a dump truck to do your work, that dump truck had no tax. Food has no tax. But if you're going to buy, for example, a $250,000 supercar, there might be 120% tax on it. This is how you tax the wealthy, is what they buy, not how they bring their money in.
I can agree with you on that one. Making the lifestyle exorbitant, but
the exorbitant lifestyle pay the tax.
The exorbitant
and the guy who's just struggling, the guy pays none. I think this is the answer.
I think that you might actually be onto something on that one.
I know I am. I'm fucking brilliant, dude.
When are you gonna run for Senate, bitch? When are you gonna run for Senate?
No, I can't run for office because I do this show. I have a giant fingerprint on the internet.
No, you don't.
It's
what,
been
29
10
people
years.
watching you?
Huh?
You're not as bad as me. I have 250,000 viewers on some of my videos.
Yeah, and you're not going for office either, are you?
Nope.
But all I need is to try to run for office and have someone come find my show and find an example of me saying something stupid, saying that's not acceptable. Yeah. Just like the what was it, Subway guy who dropped the N-bomb, saying that's an unacceptable word.
Jared.
It wasn't Jared.
No, that wasn't Jared.
Else.
That was Papa John's.
Yeah, okay, it was Papa John that did that.
Oh yeah.
Papa John lost his job because he dropped the N-bomb, saying that's an unacceptable word.
He was the CEO too.
Yeah. Moving on, next topic. Claire, I'm glad you're here.
I'm sorry. Have I caused some issues?
I said I'm glad you're here. You need a light behind your computer pointing at you.
I do. I really do.
No, That'll stop the fluctuations of the colors when different people talk.
Yeah, I'm also hungry, so I was looking at DoorDash real quick.
You
Yellow
always do.
Yellow expects prices to return to normal levels once the pandemic recedes.
Yellow?
When is the pandemic gonna recede?
Never. Yellen.
Oh, yellow. I thought you meant yellow, the delivery. Yeah. Oh. Okay. I've been talking about Jan Yellen for how long?
Years.
Literally years.
She was the chairman of the Federal Reserve.
Yep. Since she took over with Ben Bernanke, right? And I've been talking about her and talking about her. And you know what? No one gave a fuck besides the two of you guys. And now all of a sudden,
people gotta care.
Yeah, now other people care. I was like, who saw this coming? And I just want to punch him in the face. I've been screaming this for years. This is a crazy bitch. Don't trust her. Then they put her as Secretary of Treasury. Sorry, I'm angry. I'm frustrated. No one gave a shit when I said it. Now all of a sudden they see their gas prices going up and their grocery prices going up.
High inflation to last a while. And it's no longer transitory.
Yeah, and exactly. So, but it's even better. She's saying inflation's going to keep going up, but Biden says it's going to go away in a couple months.
Yeah, Biden's an idiot.
Oh, he's a fruit fly.
That's why he's the president.
Yeah. Problem is, I keep wanting to call a vegetable a different vegetable, but I'm afraid it's going to be a fruit. Well, like, for example, bell peppers are fruits, not vegetables.
Same as tomato.
Tomatoes are fruits too.
There's only 8 states left that have gasoline under $3 a gallon.
It's not here.
Not here.
Oh, I can't even guess.
Must be Illinois.
Yeah, okay.
No, it ain't. No.
I'm gonna go pee and smoke. You guys keep the show going.
Okay.
It really ain't fucking ain't. It really is not fucking it's my state. Are you fucking kidding me?
Illinois. All right, well, we're going to move on to the next topic, which is the Biden administration is weighing steps to address the gas shortage. Woohoo! What are they doing?
Absolutely nothing.
Not keeping up in the Keystone pipeline.
No, they canceled that.
Should have kept that open. I know. They fucked up first day in office.
Well, they had to, appease the voters that voted for them. That's why they canceled it.
Yeah.
Remember what happened with the gas price that was so low? They were almost under $1. What did Trump did? He bought extra oil to build the Federal Reserve.
Oh, and I know what you're talking about. The strategic reserve.
The strategic reserve for the government. And now I bet you to keep the oil inflation down, Biden's tap into that.
He's not, though. He said he was not going to tap into the strategic reserve.
You believe everything Biden say?
Oh, yeah.
He probably is doing it right now to keep the gas prices down. So it's yeah.
And we got,
and that's what I realized because it was going up. It was going up, and next thing it was creeping down to $2. What's going on? And I realized that you probably tap into the fucking emergency reserve.
Where is it $2 at in
down
Virginia? Because I ain't saw $2 in a decade in Virginia.
$2 a gallon of gas is what you're talking about?
I work in the countryside, so it's lower over there. But now,
did you fill up while you're at your land in Franklin?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
let's talk about Biden's chief of staff that tweeted out during the Trump administration
I lost the beer.
saying that inflation is supply chain issues and high class problems.
Okay, it is a supply chain issue, but a high class problem makes it sound like only rich people are dealing with it. But it's you and
No.
me that need eggs and milk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
High
Supply chain
class
issue-
issues is I can't get diamonds. You know?
Yeah. Supply chain issues mean I can't get bread. I hate to put it that way, but supply chain issues mean that I can't feed my family.
Yeah, and I've been made fun of for years for being the prepper, but now all of a sudden I have all this food. Now I planted apple trees.
Can I come visit you?
No, I will shoot you with my shotgun. This is my
Dude, if I
food.
show up, going to help him.
This is my food.
You're shotgun.
No, that's the whole point. No, everyone seems to justify. And I'm not picking on the dirty tranny here, but everyone seems to justify stealing from people that have when they don't have.
I'm not gonna justify that. I'm really not.
Well, I
was
mean,
just
if you're
making
gonna
a joke.
die, you will steal if you're gonna die. But
There may be some truth to that one.
yeah, but you have to also understand if you're gonna steal from me, I might shoot you, right?
There may be some truth to that one too.
Yeah. And yeah. Like I said, I planted apple trees. I grew up potatoes. We just harvested apparently. I wasn't there for it, but we got like 23 potatoes. We're getting bell peppers out the butt. Next year we might actually get apples from the trees I planted. I was ahead of this curve. I think it's only gonna get worse. I think you're gonna have trouble. I think we're gonna have trouble finding basic needs.
I agree with you on that one.
And
That's why we need to go back to self-reliant.
yeah, isn't that what I just said? I'm growing my own
No, you were
food.
talking about your bell peppers and your apples.
You know what? Okay, but I can trade my eggs. I can trade my apples or whatever.
We're gonna use for toilet paper.
His finger, right middle finger.
No, probably the leaves that fall off the trees, or even
Or his hand.
Or
or
you could
toilet
get
His hand
paper.
in soap and water.
or toilet
You can get
paper.
a
I
bidet
knew the
too.
bidet was coming. That's why I brought it
I love my bidet, dude.
up.
Nope.
You have a bidet? We talked about this last week.
Yes, we
You
did.
can buy it on Amazon for $30 install in your toilet.
Yeah, and I can take out my garden hose and spray water up your ass too.
Go ahead. Every time you're gonna take a poop, like, where's that garden hose going to, Brian? Speaking of shit.
Well, that's garden hose is going somewhere. It's straight up the pooper.
Well, like I learned
Then
how
I got
to.
like a little
Oh God!
left, right. hit the balls.
Does it tickle the scrot? That's all we have to ask. Does it tickle the scrot?
That
It's
got dirty
cold
real
morning
fast.
today when you hear.
And demonetized.
Yeah, you say demonetized. We're not making money.
Hey, don't forget to buy some merch. We got merch
Yeah.
somewhere.
We don't have any merch.
Ah, shit.
Hey, by the way,
Smash the like button.
yeah, I was. Oh my God! Listen to Brian. It sounds like he just ripped a pipe.
I wish.
Yeah,
I was the
wait.
one that was recovering from pneumonia. Seriously.
I was thinking about instead of
It's COVID now.
Oh my
It's not
God,
pneumonia
listen to
no
him.
more.
Look at him go. He's losing his shit. But I was thinking instead of a t-shirt or a hat, let's make beer koozies for merchandise. Like that's what we do, right? So we drink beer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's make koozies. Problem is a t-shirt's free advertising. You know what I mean? Or a car sticker.
Well,
But I'm thinking
we
beer
need to change the
koozies
name
with the
to
Jeffrey and
like
Brian
Blues
show.
News. We tell you the news while we're drinking.
Now, apparently it costs like $100 a year to buy a website, by the way. I looked this shit up.
Is Brian still alive?
I was thinking about buying the Jeffrey and Brian
dead.
show.com. It's unfindable. That's way too long a name, and there's way too many ways to spell Jeffrey. And a couple, there's Ray's giant hand, and a couple ways to spell Brian. I'd like to have our own webpage, but I don't think it's realistic.
Booze News, man. Booze News.
Booze News might be the way to go. I think you might
Because
be right,
the
dude.
news while we're drinking.
Thing is, how do we change over the customer base to know that it's Booze News?
We talk about
2 or
every
3
day, like,
weeks.
hey, yeah, like hey, we're gonna start a new page, you know. We're gonna
We'll
call it Booze
rename
News.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and every
Booze
every
News also
episode,
might bring in a bigger customer base too, because you're talking about like, especially if you guys get like, if you bring on like multiple viewpoints every episode.
yeah.
Well, you're pardon my French, but you're in that fucking that weird group of you know what I'm talking about, all the
Yeah.
alphabet people.
Hey, I don't even classify myself as one of them, but I know what you're saying.
Well, I don't think the T's belong in there, honestly.
I don't think either, but I would have some friends that would disagree with you. But yeah,
Well, those are the people that aren't actually going to transition. They just want to say I'm non-binary.
oh god, I've had to deal with them before too.
No. Okay.
Non-conformist too. Like,
Oh,
what?
when you
Yeah.
say non-binary, it makes me think it's like a Barbie doll. It's actually like rounded over. There's not a hole or a pole. You know what I mean?
Just a
Yeah.
stick figure.
Yeah. It's just rounded off. And it's like non-binary. I don't even know what that means. And
Trust me,
it makes them
I'm one
feel
of
like
the
a
quote-
victim.
I'm one of the quote community, and I don't even know what it means. So I just generally ignore these people. I look at these people as a threat because technically speaking, I'm trying for acceptance of one particular way of my life. I just want to be accepted. That's all I want. These
You want me to
people,
take a dump without getting your ass kicked.
pretty much.
Yeah,
That's
I get
kind
it.
of my point.
Yeah.
These people are complete opposite of me. They're look at me.
Yeah, they're making it a big deal. They're making it a spectacle. And that's why you get your ass kicked taking a dump.
Yep, pretty much. And it's like, I there are certain non-binary people that fucking handle it well, and I've met certain
I
non-binary.
still don't know what non-binary means.
They means it doesn't. They don't classify themselves as certain genders, but they'll still.
Yeah,
Like,
but you can't just decide that you don't apply. It's like, let's be honest here. Let's look at DNA. Yeah, that's actually what you're dealing with. You're trying to deal with XX versus XY, right?
Yep, that's exactly what I'm dealing with. This is why I don't like, generally speaking, non-binary people.
Yeah, and they're saying that doesn't exist.
Yep, and this is why I fucking.
You're reading something.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
But
it
no,
happens.
this is why I fucking don't deal with these people on the most part. Is like they literally just fuck things up for me, and it's like, are you kidding me? They
Yeah.
just literally fuck things up for me, and it's like, I don't want to have to deal with this shit that they bring to my table. Is because they're like, well, are you a guy or a girl? It's like, well, just look at me. Seriously, like, look at me. I'm wearing makeup, have my hair done. I've got cleavage.
I'm
They're
not.
like,
I'm not
"But are
touching
you
that
a
with
guy
a
or a
20-foot pole because
girl?"
I'm gonna be
It's like,
wrong.
Yeah.
Oh
Hey,
my
you
God.
guys talk about the guy from Sonic, the manager. dealing with
Oh
them.
my god, I almost recorded an audio clip of that.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Are
Are
you
you
kidding
serious,
me?
Brian?
It was
No.
hilarious.
What?
That was the new the Macho Man Randy Savage shit. It's ma'am.
Okay.
Oh God, that moment.
No, so I guess this guy
God.
went to Sonic. He handed the debit card, credit card,
But it
and
had
people
dude's
were,
name on it.
yeah, he had this dude's name on it. And people calling him
He's like-
sir. It's like,
Yeah, Richard
well,
or something.
yeah, it's like, well, how do you know? Like, how do you know it's not somebody else in the car? Like, well, you handed the car.
So you
If
stole
it's
their
not
credit
you-
card.
Yeah, if it's not you, then it's a stolen credit card. You know.
Yeah.
It's like you need to tell your employees that disrespectful, you know, need to treat me as a non-binary. And the manager's like, okay, what do you want me to call you? It doesn't matter what you call
No,
me.
he goes,
you know,
what
you
difference
can
does
be-
it make? It's like,
Yeah.
then why is there a fight then?
It
Right?
was a fight, yeah. So the guy, the trans person, let's call it that, is like, what do you think when you see me? And you can see the picture. Is like the manager like, yeah, you a dude.
Yeah.
With
It's
his
like, well,
dress.
look at this. What do you call me? He's like, I would call you sir.
Yeah. That's like he just wanna.
Well, the sheer
But,
fact that they
he-
made a big deal about what difference does it make, and then made a big deal about it. you
Yeah.
know?
I don't ask anyone
honestly,
to make a
I
big
don't-
deal about it.
Let's be real here. I don't give a shit if you want to call yourself a woman, if you want to call yourself a man, if you want to call yourself a fucking Aladdin. I don't care where you stick your dick as long as someone is willing to accept it.
And you see those
Just
accidents
don't
too
make
with,
sure
like,
don't make it a point to make sure I know about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
you
Well,
get
my
those
point is,
guys-
it's like,
you get those guys calling like somewhere and they got like a feminine voice. And he's a guy, you know, it's like, hey man, like I'm a dude, like, oh shoot, sorry, like the way your voice comes out,
okay,
it just I can't help it, you know. Or the way a woman talks and he got raunchy, like you know, you're like, hey sir, like no, I'm a lady, like, oh my apologies. And just keep going on your day. You don't make a big deal about it, you know.
Speaking of
But, yeah.
which, what do we think about Nancy Pelosi?
Hold on. I think Claire had something to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
my point is I put effort into it, and I
Yeah.
really do. I really do put a lot of effort into
But-
how I look and present myself.
But you
It's like
also
if
don't
any
make
of
it a
you
big
guys
deal.
like ran into me in public and called me sir, I might actually feel like a little bit offended.
Well, like you're
But
not
at
doing a
the
good
same
job.
point is,
More... Never mind.
I might actually
No.
put more effort into it. But at the same point is, it's like
Okay, same thing.
you have so many of these people out there that get offended by this. But go on to Nancy Pelosi, please, before I actually lose my shit.
No, honestly, most of America does not care. The biggest issue that most people have an issue with is bathrooms and children.
Yep.
And let's be fair here. That's usually where the abuse happens. And it's not all the time, but that's where it does happen.
And I think most America would not have an issue with all this thing going on unless after high school, you know, like you cannot, can an 18-year-old get a tattoo? Can an 18-year-old get, a smoke?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Well,
cannot
I'm
buy
sorry.
cigarettes.
No
at 18.
anymore. No anymore. You have to be
Hold
21.
up. Let's ask the probably one person that's least likely to actually like say that.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so no. I wanted to ask you a question.
Paco. Oh yeah.
Paco.
Maui. Yeah.
It's
Paco?
like
Paco. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Like Maui. I forgot my name.
Maui.
Guapo. It used to be
Let's
El
ask you a
Guapo.
question real quick.
Yeah,
Guapo.
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 The
Yeah.
handsome.
Is okay. I've had this done to me before, but if I walked out of a library bathroom for women, would you call the cops?
No. No, it's not that.
No,
I
unless
talk
it's a
about,
kid
like,
running
I
out
talk about
screaming.
high school,
you know?
middle school. That's a big thing for most America and me.
Yeah.
Like I don't, like after high school, you're an adult and you can do whatever you want. I don't care, honestly.
But no,
And-
that's literally happened to me. That's the only reason I'm asking.
You
and
guys should all
that's
be
like,
libertarians.
And I
like,
am a libertarian.
like,
So
No, you're not. You're a
Dirty Training.
Republican.
Can I ask you something? Dirty Training. You know, I don't know if you heard about this, the transgender person here in Gloucester, in
We
Virginia.
already had it. No, it was. Oh yeah, Gloucester. You're going all the way back to Gloucester.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. But my question is, like, the teacher accommodate this person to have her, like, the teacher's bathroom. Okay, but she wasn't comfortable. You know, she want to be in the male's bathroom.
Oh
Honestly,
yeah.
honestly, me as a man, like, dude, I would like to poop in my own little room. You know, I don't want to be interrupted. You know, like, if I can lock that thing, just chill there, poop, yeah, I'll be fine. I don't need to. I don't want to poop next to somebody else as a person. You know, that's just
Whether
me.
male
Like,
or female.
male or female, that's me. You know, I don't need to be accepted by. That's me. Okay,
I just want to take
and
a
I don't
dump
know.
alone.
Yeah, when I did my stuff alone, that's all, you
Yep.
know. If they will accommodate me, like, hey, teacher, like, I don't want to be in the male's bathroom, you know, like, as a guy, like, can I go use the private room? Like, if they give me the keys, I'll be happy, you know, like, I don't need to be around nobody else. That's just
All right.
me. And I
Well,
just
hey.
don't know why the person wasn't satisfied with that. Like, look, we can accommodate you. You know, we won't segregate you. We'd tell you no.
I
But look,
completely agree with you that, you know, certain things in the education system have gone completely too far, but we've gone way off topic tonight. Hey,
That's
Brian,
what
what
we
was the
do
next
though.
topic for the night?
No, this is what we do every week.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
seriously.
I was trying.
We
to
set
be
up 3
organized.
pages
Nancy
and
Pelosi
cover like
wants
a quarter.
congressional control over the debt limit.
Nancy Pelosi wants control over the debt limit.
She
What
wants
the
to-
No,
actual
she wants
heck?
to. She wants to eliminate the debt
congressional
limit.
control over.
Oh wow, no, that would no bad.
So what you're saying is, instead of paying down your debt, you're gonna take out another credit card. The example I've liked has been you come home one day and your house is filled up to the rafters with shit.
Ugh.
Do you?
I'm sorry.
No,
Miss
do you pump out the
Chiclet
shit or
Teeth-
raise the ceiling to hold more shit?
Miss Chiclet Teeth does not qualify for, let alone a small personal loan. Yet now she's applying for a fucking an unlimited debit card. Oh
Pretty
heck
much.
no!
you know what I say? Do it. Do it.
Oh no, no.
Never a good
Yeah, why not? Okay, let everybody learn a fucking lesson.
They get no, because then the United States dollar will not be the world reserve, and that will affect.
It's
our,
not ready.
No,
Dude, it's
we
not
cannot.
ready.
We're
What,
moving away
nothing.
from the world.
Yeah, but we will not be able to get that standard back
Well,
once we lose it.
You know what? Let's.
And right now, let's
I'm
be
sorry.
fair.
If you gotta
You guys are buying phones for $1,000 that should cost $10,000, and you know it.
look, if you get a
I don't buy
leg, you
phones
got
like that.
What?
gangrene, you have to amputate it. If you got a leg, you got a gangrene, you have to amputate it. Let's eliminate this. Let's fucking crush the truth. Like, fuck it. Let her see what happens. You know, let everybody America learn the hard lesson. You know what? This
No.
paper currency doesn't work.
If we lose
And
our
that's-
status as the world reserve currency, no, everything will change. Everything will change. It will never go back.
And I'm sorry, I don't feel comfortable.
We go
with
going that way.
I do not feel comfortable.
All
with
we
my
do is
relative.
default on our debt again.
We're doing
already
it,
been
dude.
once.
We're doing it slow pace. Might as well be doing the rapid pace. Let people find out how it is. Like the reality. This
You know what's
thing is
really
not
exciting?
working.
Can you grow your own
Yes.
food, dude?
He's got the
Dude,
land.
we already like, dude, look what's going on right now. We
That's
got
what it's gonna come
thousands,
down to.
hundreds of ships.
No,
It's-
no.
listen.
You think it won't be a big deal? Your dollar will be
I know it's gonna be a big
worthless.
deal.
Will be worthless.
It's gonna be a big deal. I know that, but let's
It's really
fucking rush the
exciting.
process
President
through.
Biden's approval ratings are going through the roof right now.
Right.
Yeah, because he's doing the job of the transportation guy. It went like 2
Peter-
months
Pete
away.
Buttigieg.
Yeah,
Buddy-
Pete
but booty judge?
booty judge, he judge booties.
But they're saying his
Yeah.
approval ratings are going to bounce back.
I'm sure from the ground. For the ground.
Okay. How easy is it to bounce back from a deficit? And no offense, Biden to be fair, His approval rating is above 40%. Oh, it was about 40%.
It's about, yeah.
It's lower than that now.
You're drunk.
Maybe.
Who's drunk? Everybody's drunk in here.
It's a wee bit. But no, I mean, how easy is it to bounce back from nothing, literally? So
Well, you just have to not be an egg.
yeah, seriously. If
I
he hits
think Biden's an egg.
40.1%, they'll say, oh my God, it was a bounce back.
I think there's a 40% chance this dude dies in office.
God, we hope not.
Yeah, then we got Kamala.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with him. I'm agreeing with those two because I do not like Kamala. But
Hey,
at the same
yeah.
point,
Hey,
is-
how long did I
Well,
get nuts
there's
about how-
nobody on this show that likes Kamala.
how long did I go off saying that Kamala actually
Not even
scares me?
California like Kamala's.
Exactly.
Kamala. Nobody California likes her.
Yeah, she comes from
California.
California. And
Say
here's the
California
problem.
again, Ray.
She abused her rights in California. Nobody in California likes her either.
Well, no one liked her. No one voted for her for president. She dropped out. In the
No,
first
she
round.
dropped out before the first vote was cast.
Yeah, before the first vote, exactly. And she got picked up because she was the minority. She was the token that he needed. You know.
Yeah, because Biden fucked up when he said, if you're not black, you're not.
Yeah.
If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. So he needed something to
Yeah.
come back because he wanted to pick the Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
That's what he was thinking of.
The
I'm still amazed that she's still in
Mohican?
office. She's the
Yeah,
last of the
Lincoln.
Mohicans.
No, the
The-
Mohican. Like fake.
I like Pocahontas.
Fuck it, huh?
Uh,
Well, she had a big day on the Indigenous Day.
Oh, I saw those memes. But they were like 3 days late. By the way, she claimed to be the tribe that I actually have lineage to.
Elizabeth
God.
Warren.
Yeah,
And
don't get me
you
wrong.
submitted your papers to get money.
No, because I'm not an indigenous person.
Okay. I'm just gonna say
But
this once.
I actually have way more lineage to the tribe that she claimed.
I don't know how we got to this topic.
You Scandinavian.
Okay, here's one for you.
All right.
I have a friend, speaking of Pocahontas, that he would never claim any of this crap. But the dude's got Native American, he's got white. He literally is like Southern Creole. So they
Alright.
really don't know how mixed race his family is, but at the same point is like he can guarantee you that they've got like certain percentages of this and that, everything else. It's like, but the dude is treated completely white. It's like, are you
What's it-
kidding me?
Isn't that the way it's supposed to be? Is everyone supposed to be treated the same?
Well, I completely agree with you that everyone's supposed to be treated the same, but nowadays,
Nobody
speaking, you have an advantage due to skin color, and this
I
dude's
don't
treated as
believe
white.
that. Honestly.
Oh, really? You don't believe that like skin color plays a bearing in reality? Like, okay, here's one for you.
In
like
remote
college
locations, yeah. But in
college
general,
admissions.
no,
plays a
because
huge bearing on
businesses
what skin
no,
color you are.
businesses want to make money. They don't give a shit what color your skin is. They want to make
Oh, I
money. If you can make
completely
me more
agree with
money,
you.
I'm going to employ you.
I completely agree with you on this point, but I'm saying like I know guys nowadays that are fucking like they look entirely white, but they're like so mixed race due to the wonderfulness that is America. Like these guys are so freaking mixed race, you couldn't tell them they were another race.
Oh, you mean the melting pot?
Yes.
The melting pot that the United States was supposed to be.
Yes.
We were supposed to interbreed. We were supposed to put all of our skills together and create this great
nation.
Yes, thank you. I almost said great society. I was going to shoot myself in the head if I said that.
Or you can say utopia.
Well, no. fuck FDR.
Yeah, FDR was a waste.
Like we were talking about earlier, that the polls are going down for Biden, and that doesn't look like they're going to come back anytime soon because
I'm gonna try to roll a
basically
joint.
most of the public is not buying what the Democrats are selling right now. There was a poll that came out and revealed that less than 10% know what the Build Back Better plan actually means for
Build
America.
Back Better.
Yeah.
This is
someone
what
Build back better.
this is exactly what you get when you anti-vote somebody, and people anti-voted Trump,
Yes, they
and
did.
now they don't know what they're left with, which
The
is
problem is
nothing.
you could have literally nominated anyone that was not Donald Trump, and they would have won, right? But they picked Joe Biden. Like you could have picked we could have picked the Dirty Tranny.
Ooh,
And-
that would awesome.
No, and she would have won over Donald Trump, right?
I could have had a cabinet position.
But we picked fucking Joe
transportation guy
Biden.
picked the bunch out.
Well, no,
I know.
no, here's
No,
something
actually, I
funny.
want an ambassadorship. You know, that's the prime position.
Oh no, that's
know?
when you get fucking you're stuck in an embassy that's on fire, and Hillary Clinton says, "What difference does it make at this time?"
No. I want the Amsterdam embassy. I want to go to
Okay, here's one for
Amsterdam.
You don't want
Here's
that
one for you.
Afghanistan one?
You guys consider me so far right and everything. I would have said this much.
Go figure. The tranny's the far righty.
Tulsi Gabbard
Oh,
had have
boy.
actually
Oh my
won-
God.
He
love her.
loves Tulsi
I
Gabbard.
love Tulsi.
if Tulsi Gabbard had actually won the nomination, I
I
would
would've
have
voted
voted her over anyone else. Like I did not like
He
Trump.
thought she was going to be the VP.
I honestly said that. It was on the show. I said I think Trump's gonna pick Tulsi Gabbard for the VP.
Not Trump, but Biden.
Oh, I said it for Trump too, actually,
Okay.
and Biden.
I know.
I
No,
thought it would create a good split. I love Tulsi Gabbard. She makes sense. She's an actual woman who wants to fix things,
I completely agree with you,
and she's
I
pretty
love that
cute for
woman.
a 45-year-old. Or whatever.
And
How
you
old.
know
They're
what?
ancient.
She's a
Once you
veteran.
get past your 40s, you're pretty much going downhill fast.
She honestly though, she has some issue with trans people, but at the same point is I would have voted for her. I really like heart and soul would have voted for that woman. But I did not vote Trump either time, honestly, to God. I voted libertarian both times. Even though Jill
I never
Jorgensen
voted.
was a train wreck, I voted fucking libertarian both times.
I
You
voted
gotta
Trump the
vote your
second time.
conscience. You know, nobody on this show is gonna judge you for who you voted for. You know, that's our
Oh,
own
thank you.
personal.
We might ask you
opinions, and that's
why,
what
but
Yeah, we may like try to bring up a debate about it, but you know, you do what you do. You know, when it comes to the voting booth.
well,
Honestly, both times it's like a Paviating blowhard versus a corrupt individual. That was both elections.
All right.
That was both elections.
what was that South Park episode? A shit sandwich and what was fuck.
I know what you're saying. It's a shit sandwich versus a brick wall or some shit.
Yeah, you can either vote for like a brick wall or a shit sandwich. It's like I don't want either of these. It's like you're un-American if you don't vote. It's like no, I don't want a shit sandwich.
All right. So somebody put in the document this week from CNN says Democrats are playing a dangerous game. Deal or end American democracy.
Yeah, I put that in the group. I'm not even sure what that is. I don't even know what you are.
I know
oh my
exactly
God.
what it's talking about.
Okay,
Huh?
go for it.
Democrats have lately actually been agreeing with the right on something.
No, they're not.
It's called the peaceful divorce, which means they're either playing they're playing a dangerous game.
That's a mistake.
Really? How so?
Hmm.
I
'Cause then
agree
you-
that
no.
the divorce would be a mistake, but I'm just wondering how you think I'm
Because
saying
you're gonna
it's
have
a
3 or
mistake.
4 nations that split out of it. It's gonna balkanize. And
What
you
do you
have
mean by balkanized?
just like the Balkans.
Polarize.
No, not polarized, but it's gonna be like the Balkans that split into like 9 countries
Oh,
all of a sudden.
Balkanize.
The
I
Balkans.
thought you said I thought you said vulcanized, not balkanized.
Like a fucking
Trust me,
volcano.
I know the World War One reference. you're
No,
trying
like
to make.
Spock.
No, okay, even better.
Really? Did he just go
It's
from
gonna
vulcanized
balkanize.
to
No, but it's gonna split into like 9 nations all of a sudden out of nowhere
Yep.
when the Soviet Union falls.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Or the Yugoslavia.
No, they'll all go to war with each other
or
immediately.
Yugoslavia when Tito died, you know, and they got that country got broken up into several countries.
Yeah, and
so.
Czech Republic and yeah, exactly.
Can I make a better reference?
Sure.
The Balkans, pre-World War One.
Okay, yep, keep going.
Okay, so we have a highly charged political group.
Well, isn't that actually where World War One started? Was
Just bear with me.
The
just bear with me
Yugoslavia. I would been there. I would been to the bridge.
Into his story, let's go into like what you would see is like Texas. They secede. Then all of a sudden, the president decides to tour Texas.
then New
Texas-
England secedes.
Huh?
Never gonna happen.
Then New England secedes, and
Well, no. Actually, let's go into like how this would play out.
all right.
The president of the United States decides to tour Texas as a person of a foreign power touring Texas. He's not very well liked. He's not very well respected. He gets assassinated. This would cascade into an effect that would draw Texas and its supporters into a new war. Can you see how I'm setting this up, Yaten? You know history as well as I do. Can you see how I'm setting this up? Now
I mean, the Alamo again.
Not the Alamo.
Yeah.
Look at it as the powder keg of Europe, the Balkans.
Go ahead and assassinate the Archduke. See what happens, right?
Thank you, the Archduke Ferdinand.
I talked about that in Bosnia. I've been to the bridge. I've been there.
But no, I'm saying that like if states start separating from the United States, it would make it the new powder keg of Europe, which would end up in a civil war for America.
That's why I don't think, even though it's supposedly in Texas Constitution, that they can secede from the nation. I don't ever see.
Yeah.
I don't ever see the actual federal government allowing that to happen.
Well, no. What I'm saying is that like Texas,
go to war.
If Texas exercises its right, there's not much the federal government can do. And here's my
they can declare war on the independent nation of Texas, and then you've got 49 states against one state of Texas.
Yeah, but in Texas, there's a rifle behind every blade of grass.
Thank
and where
you,
are the
General
nuclear
Yamamoto.
weapons? Are there any nuclear?
It's good argument, though.
Nuclear weapons in Texas?
Huh?
Oh my fucking God. You sound like a Democrat saying, oh, you have nuclear weapons? They're not gonna nuke Texas, dude.
You don't know that.
Yes,
Here's
I
the
do.
problem. Here is the problem with this point. No offense, Brian. You're excising, and this is one point I look at constantly with these warfares, is you're excising foreign power. Who would benefit to gain from backing Texas at that point?
Texas.
A lot of different countries.
A lot of different countries. Who would probably be the first person to back
China.
Texas?
Mexico.
No, it'd probably be something like Russia or something.
China. China is taking over the world economically. They want a foothold in North America.
Okay. China and honestly, Texas would make alliances with whoever they could as long as they could control the alliance. And I'm pretty sure China would be willing to negotiate like favorable terms as long as they could renegotiate later.
Right.
But here's the point I'm trying to make with this is like if Texas secedes, you're dealing with not only a foothold situation, but technically whoever backs Texas, you're dealing with a potential world war.
Right. Okay.
So I'm looking at President Joe Biden as
it's like
not
shooting Franz Ferdinand.
I wasn't going to say Franz Ferdinand. I was looking at him as not necessarily even the next James Buchanan, but the next fucking what was that dude that presided over the League of Nations? The American president that presided over the
Woodrow Wilson.
Woodrow Wilson set up
Oh,
World War II
wow.
without
That's going
realizing
way
it.
back.
He set up World War II without even thinking about it. I'm thinking of Joe Biden actually setting up war without even thinking about it.
That's definitely possible.
Yeah, accidentally.
Yeah.
Well, war's coming. We all know it's coming.
I mean, if you look at the law that says that one rising power,
The
will
second nation
eventually
will
have-
take over the first nation, right?
well, not even that. It's the powers actually have to challenge each other.
Yeah, but that same thing, same idea.
Yeah, it is the same idea, but it's saying that one will overtake the other, and it's not even that. That's not a certainty, which is why I dispute that.
They will combat. Exactly.
what I'm
China's getting ready to fight, and China has all of our money.
China does have all of our money and a lot of stolen
You
tech.
mean
They have all our money, or they have all our debt?
They own our debt, and they have our money on top of that. The reason why our debt is because we gave them all our money.
I'm sure they dump the dollar for gold.
Well, and also they my granddaughter has debt, and my daughter is only 19 months old, so like her kid is already in debt.
How?
Look at the economy, dude. Do you understand how this?
Over $1 trillion in debt now.
We're borrowing money from the
That's
future.
what I said. Let's speed up the process. Let's speed up the
We're
process.
borrowing money from my granddaughter, and it pisses me off.
All right, your granddaughter's a great topic, but let's
let's
talk
keep it-
about Representative Adam Schiff for a second.
Oh God, Mr.
He
Sailboat.
can blow me. No, he can't. Go ahead, tell me about him.
He says it's unthinkable to imagine what might happen if the U.S. is forced to suffer another 4 years under Donald Trump.
Like Grover Cleveland.
Let him suck on my asshole.
What's that?
Nothing.
Where is this topic? Where are we looking here?
Right here. You got you got it.
Bam, that one? No.
Yeah.
John
Yeah,
McCain?
No, up one.
There.
Yeah.
No,
Chef.
I'm dead serious.
I
about
like
this
these
one.
Google
This is
Docs,
insane.
man. It makes it easy to do this shit.
Especially when I'm watching you work in the Google Doc. I
Yeah.
can see your highlights.
You can see how drunk I am.
am. We're all drunk, and it ain't gonna get any better.
Remind me never to send me in a Google Doc. It'll come back perfectly edited.
No, it won't.
No, actually, I am really good with my grammar, aren't I?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
And actually, it pisses Claire off how good I am with my grammar.
Yes, it does. It really does.
Because if you say some shit to me, it's like, this doesn't make sense. I don't know what you're trying to say. Like, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't.
No, and you're right. This is why I have not sent you like the first copies of like the first 100 pages of my novel ever.
Well,
And I never will.
You know what's funny is all right. I'm going to segue if that's okay.
All right, go ahead.
Are we in the middle of something? Did I blow it?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of drinking. Go ahead.
All right. I want to segue to hoax hate.
Hoax hates.
Yeah. Do you either one of you follow the Matt and Blonde show?
No.
Used to be Beauty in the Beta.
Okay, I used to follow that. I have watched it from time to time.
All right, they're now the Matt and Blonde show. They changed their name. They do a weekly hoax hate segment, and it's pretty funny actually. Oh God, I'm burping so hard.
Yeah, same here.
Are you?
I was waiting for Brian. I think he's gonna.
So, okay, let's get on with this hoax hate thing.
I thought he was gonna put it on the hoax hate thing.
Who?
You.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All the hate crimes that aren't gonna be prosecuted by cops.
Okay.
Babbitt shooting, Capitol Police. No,
I got
that's
one.
not.
Yeah, the Babbitt shooting, they finally, Judicial Watch finally got access to some of the documents, and there's an internal police report that says that there's no good reason why Ashley Babbitt was shot. But it was a good shooting, so that nobody's getting prosecuted.
So how is a good shooting have no good reason to shoot someone?
It doesn't.
Well,
that's what I found this article so interesting, because the police report already came out and said, hey, we found that the Capitol Police guys who shot this person did it lawfully. And then all of a sudden we get a report that says, no, that's not exactly what happened. Because he already got cleared, that means we can't prosecute him for being an idiot after the fact.
Well, he shot her through the throat too.
She was unarmed.
And I get it. It was
everybody on this show, we're all have been in the military. We all know
the
triad for how to use
deadly
force. Deadly force, yeah. All three of us know that.
Yeah.
All four of us?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, 4, 3, whatever. That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, Clay, you know the rules to fire a weapon, right?
Yep. I used to teach concealed weapons carry.
Yeah.
This was violated over and over and over again, and nobody gives a shit.
He shot her.
Okay, here's one for you. I never reported this to the cops. Hey, you guys have an exclusive on this one. I do have verifiable witnesses if you guys want them, but you guys want to talk about unreported hate crimes? Here's one. One of my friends actually had a friend that used to come over to her apartment, and mind you, she's got some medical issues.
What's that background noise?
I was over there every day of the week for the past months. I'm still over there every day of the week.
You still won't light that cigarette.
I really do want to light this cigarette.
yeah.
And Jeffrey really wants
like
to light
15
it
minutes.
It's driving him crazy that you have not lit that cigarette.
It is. It really is.
But no, she had this guy come over like almost every week. And this dude was like a complete stoner and stuff like this. And the dude kept calling me freak straight to my face. Building a fucking... And no offense, it's like when you talk about a hate crime, it's really hard to prosecute. But when you talk about calling somebody a freak straight to their face over a period of time, and then they haul off, and like one day, fucking, I was drunk. The nurse was drunk because we had started drinking that day, and he's being an asshole, and we tell him to leave. Well, I tell him to leave. He says, fucking make me, and puts his fucking face right into mine. And then makes contact with me physically. And then fucking, I literally I lost it at that point.
Your balls grew back.
Huh?
Your balls grew back.
Yeah, kind of, because I literally
a little bit. I remember having them.
Because I literally grabbed him by the back of the head. I tackled him to the ground. I wrapped my legs around his head, and literally I just pulled all of his hair out and started beating him in the head until he fucking gave up at that point. He was hairless, and he's like, I don't want this mentioned to the cops ever. And the nurse looked at him and said, it's because you called a tranny a freak. And yeah, she knows she can use the word tranny around me. She's not too pissed about it. But no, she's
we call you the Dirty Tranny.
I understand this.
You put that as your name on the show.
I understand. But no, she's like, you called a tranny a freak for months on end.
Right.
Said that she wanted to sleep with you constantly, and then she fucking lost it against you. I don't blame her. We can go to the cops for a hate crime. If you look up what Illinois has set as a hate crime, trust me, you would fall in line with this. He never reported it to the cops, and trust me, we are looking at him going, hey, you ever go to the cops? We have proof, like multiple people. But yeah, I mean, that in my opinion is what a hate crime is. It's like, it's a consistent.
There's no such thing as a hate crime.
Well, it's a consistent behavior of bad faith towards a group of individuals.
Yeah, but why does that deserve extra punishment?
It doesn't, in my opinion, it really doesn't.
No, okay, you're a douchebag. I get that. Doesn't mean being a douchebag deserves extra punishment versus the other guy who did something stupid too.
I agree with that one too. I'm not saying that much, but it's like fucking literally, you want to talk about like unreported hate crimes. According to the Illinois state government, this would have been
Illinois.
classified as a hate crime.
It's Illinois, not Illinois.
I almost said the same thing. You don't pronounce the S. We all know it.
If you're in the state, you do pronounce the F's.
No, you don't. I live there.
I've lived here too
Oh,
for
dear
longer
God.
than you.
I want to kill myself for living there.
I went to boot camp in Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando didn't exist when I signed up. You're
Wonder
so
why.
fucking old. You guys had extra boot camps.
I had the co-ed boot camp.
Hey,
I
you want
want
to hear something messed up?
no.
I
I-
am literally 40 minutes, no less than 40 minutes away from where I did boot camp.
Oh, you should hang yourself.
I know, right?
And not because you're trans, but because you're 40 minutes away from where you did boot camp. What
Oh,
you what are
God.
you in Waukegan?
So there has been a
I'm
Capitol
not going to
Police
mention where I'm
officer.
at, but I know
You're in
where Waukegan's
Waukegan,
at.
aren't you?
No. I'm in McHenry, bitch. That's a big
Are we
area.
gonna get through the show, or are we just?
Yeah, we're working on it. I'm trying.
I know, but we might have to actually cut this off. It's been like 3 hours already.
Hey,
Get
hey,
there.
this is fun. This has been a fun
Capitol
3 hours
Police
for me.
officer has actually been charged in obstructing justice in the January 6th riot case.
Yeah, and a whole
Ugh.
bunch of people are actually getting in trouble for this. And to include the jail wardens.
Hey guys, I would like to keep talking to you guys, but I'm exhausted. So
No,
All
good
right.
run
night,
away,
guys
dude.
and
Good
lady.
night.
Run away.
All right, talk to you guys next weekend.
Like I said, it's been
Yeah.
hours.
Okay.
So,
Well,
anybody,
the police officers,
yes.
I'm gonna say this much. They let people into the building, so they charging that as literally like letting
Yes.
people. They're charging that as like contributing to this shit.
Uh-huh.
That's some bullshit.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
it'll be interesting because I know I did not add this other topic on here, but something happened in the last couple of days at the Department of Interior that plays right into this. So we're going to see if there's a double standard happening in the government or not,
Yeah.
because there was a big situation where protesters showed up the Department of Interior in the last couple of days, actually went into the building.
No, nothing about. Oh, I heard about this actually.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And I want to see if these people that protested on the left, the Department of Interior, because they're not doing enough green things, will get the same kind of treatment that the right got on
They won't.
January 6th.
33.
They won't. It's the point of and I'm sorry, this may be my last point for the night because I'm gonna go cook something after this.
Well, before you do that, Clay, you gotta check out the No Agenda show.
Okay. But let me make this point though very clearly. Is the point that I'm trying to make is the fact that you have people that are dealing with well, on January 6th, they literally let people follow the laws by letting people in the building and stuff like that. Right.
Yeah, they actually let them in, then arrested them for it.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the crazy part.
And you have the right that is actually standing up to this type of shit. Versus
Yeah,
the
I-
left.
The right's
is
not right
actually-
either, though.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that one. But you have the left that is fucking not necessarily standing up for the shit, but they are a pseudo factory of the state.
Yeah, no, the left is the state at this point.
Yep.
It
And
really is.
because of that, you have an issue that's going on with state versus non-state, and these people are being
That was my
treated
point. Is if you're not in line, you're far right.
Yep. And the biggest problem I see with the prison system right now is, especially when it comes to people from January 6th, is they're being treated horribly by people from the state because they're the other.
Yeah, you get othered, don't you?
Yep.
And I've been kicked off my local community Facebook group because I disagreed one day.
God.
And it's supposed to be my town has 19,000 people in it, and like when I grew up here and I graduated high school with 5,000 people, and it's like, oh, that's a decent group. I had 4 towns in the school I went to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I
hey,
miss my small town community. It doesn't exist anymore. And it
I
only
completely
exists
agree with
here
you on
in
that
New
one.
England. And it's getting smaller and smaller.
I completely agree with you on that one. But hey, I'm gonna make some chicken tikka masala.
Uh,
I will talk
Oh,
to you
you
guys
do
later.
chicken masala?
I do a mean chicken tikka
Oh,
masala.
the
Okay.
wife will whoop your ass on it. Trust me.
What?
The wife will whoop your ass on chicken masala. It is so good. She's been doing it for years.
I
Oh,
have two. I have two. I actually even make my
what
sauce
kind of
from
noodles are you
scratch.
using?
What?
What kind of noodles are you using?
I don't use any noodles. I use jasmine rice.
No, it's a chicken breast on a bed of noodles with a white sauce.
Nope. I use jasmine rice on
No,
top
you're
of.
wrong.
How am I wrong?
This is not
How
chicken
am
masala.
I?
It's not chicken masala if it's not noodles.
Chicken tikka masala is tikka masala means special sauce with chicken.
You're wrong.
Eh.
You're wrong.
Oh, really? Really? I'm wrong?
You're
You
wrong.
fucking- I use jasmine rice on
I'm
top
about
of
to wake
fucking.
the wife up to yell at you. She will yell at you for 20 minutes how much work she would, just like her baklava. She's like, fuck you. It has to be done this way.
Nope.
Anyway.
I do jasmine rice with the tikka masala sauce and
Oh,
chicken
here
thighs.
she is.
Oh, you're in
Here
trouble.
she is. Tell me
I'm
with the
gonna go-
chicken masala. Tell me with the masala. Clay's
I
doing
use-
masala with rice instead of
I
noodles.
use jasmine rice, asshole.
You look at her face. She's so offended. She's so offended, and she walked away.
Nope. Use jasmine rice. You guys can go screw yourself. It's healthier.
No, it's got to be on a bed of egg noodles with the white sauce.
Nope. I'm gonna do it with rice.
It's not
I will
masala then.
No.
You got the wine and the other sauce and all that good stuff.
I actually make my own tikka masala.
Make your own wine.
He's like, bullshit. That's garbage. You know it is. She didn't even say anything. I see it by the look at her face. And she's actually doing the Massachusetts accent. It's garbage.
She doesn't have a max. Does she have an accent yet?
Sometimes. But she gave me a hard time because I said you, because I said y'all recently.
Oh boy.
I was like, all right, a long time ago when I said the first time I got it, but I lived there. I lived in Virginia long enough that I could say y'all, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
How long is
No.
long enough?
You're not allowed. If I'm not allowed to make fucking chicken tikka masala with fucking rice, then yell.
You can say wicked too. I'm cool with that. I lived in Virginia for like 15 years. Jeez Louise, 15 years.
I know, it's like half your life.
Oh, No,
Don't
no,
make him
it's
feel
not.
bad.
That's even sadder. No, it's not. We can finish this out.
We can.
There's a little bit left if you want to do it, but honestly, I don't care anymore. But I am tempted to keep up the dumbest thing I heard all week as a segment.
Marsala
All right.
with rice. That's the dumbest thing I've heard all week.
Oh yeah!
I'm gonna leave. You can fucking deal with that shit.
She's so pissed off.
Fucking noodles and American bullshit. Y'all can do
People
that.
get up
Fucking
and walking
no.
away. See, I put in so much work into this. Rice, really?
How? You got a rice cooker, you just put the rice in there
No,
and
we
it just
got-
does the thing.
We got a rice cooker, but masala is on a better noodles.
I believe that. Some people like rice more than noodles.
I like rice. Actually, I love rice. I eat a lot of rice. I like noodles too. But we got a bunch more show. But,
All right, what do you want to do?
Oh, it's already been like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we might be done, dude.
You want to pull the plug?
I think we should, but the Dirty Tranny disappeared.
Not her share.
Well, yeah, I think this might be it. We got a lot more. We can recycle if there's anything worth talking about.
Yeah, we can. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it's been 3 hours. This is too long.
You know how I am. I tried to pull the plug before this. So.
Yeah, well, how many times have I said like no one
Is
wants
she
to listen to
gone?
three?
Is she gone?
Yeah, she's gone.
Oh, you're pissed off about my wife?
Yeah.
No, I'm not pissed off. I'm scared.
You got reason to be.
I'm scared. She'll put me in my place.
She's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? With that, right? No, with noodles and not with fucking rice."
I wish
I'm like,
I had a
"Yup,
camera.
I'm leaving."
She's spoken as like, shut the fuck up. I'm right.
I ain't arguing that point. I'm just saying I fucking eat it with rice. That's all I'm saying.
No, you need egg noodles though. You really do. It makes a difference. No, not egg noodles. What you need actual pasta noodles, like wheat noodles?
He's looking for okays from his wife. Did you see that, Brian? He's like,
She will
"Oh."
hurt me. You know this.
Yes, she will.
Those are okay, but
I ain't saying fucking well, there's better. I'm just saying fucking leave her away from me. I'm scared of her.
Hey, Clay, you interested in coming back again?
Yeah, definitely.
This is way longer than we expected. Like,
Well, there's a couple of reasons for that.
I tried to an hour to an hour and a half, but we had 3 pages.
The last 2 episodes have been in the 3-hour range.
I know that's a long show.
It is.
No one clicks on a 3-hour show, and you know it.
That's why I'm trying to shorten it down, but you're not letting me.
And I keep talking.
Yeah.
Well, we're all long-winded individuals, all of us.
It stops me from building a bomb.
Well, then we got to make it 5 hours.
Yeah, they may
No,
be
I
true.
haven't built one yet. And no, Susan, I'm not planning on building one.
Are you talking to Susan Rice?
Susan, was Zissy that runs YouTube.
Oh, okay, that bitch.
Yeah. I'm not actually trying to build a bomb because if I wanted to, I would have already done it because I graduated high school and I pay attention in chemistry class.
Yep.
I know how these things mix and what happens. Which there we go, right back to the freaking the dude with the bow and arrow and was it Norway?
Yep.
You know how easy it is to make a bomb?
Incredibly.
No, the shit under your sink could kill a dozen people.
Oh, here's one for you. Here's one for you. Like, as long as we're not filming, I'm just gonna say this one.
No, we are
My
filming.
friends, oh, my friends hate watching horror movies with me because
Why?
I'm that person that says, well, this doesn't make any sense. They're like,
Yeah.
why? He's completely immortal. I'm like, he may be completely immortal. Doesn't mean he's immortal to the laws of physics.
Yeah,
Have
my
you,
wife does that too. She always like nitpicks all the movies.
That's what we call the Gilman effect.
Well, it's like Michael Myers, for instance, in the most recent movie.
I'm getting
It's
ready to
like-
watch the new one.
I was like, literally, do you think he would kill
Like that
this many-
cigarette. It's driving me nuts.
I'm like, do you really think he would kill this many people if the physical laws of energetic materials did not apply to him? She's like, what does that mean? If he blew the fuck up.
I like to blow stuff up.
Oh, I mean, anybody in the military knows for a fact that if you blow up somebody in the building doesn't necessarily mean you blow up the building.
Yeah.
All
And
right,
then
I
it's-
got one final topic.
Okay, what's the final topic tonight?
John
do it.
Gruden.
What?
John Gruden got fired from head coaching of the
The football
Las
team?
Vegas Raiders because of emails he sent back and forth 10 years ago.
Well, I'm pretty sure he called the commissioner of the NFL a faggot, right?
Maybe. But that was 10 years ago.
Oh, well, who
well,
cares?
after this is before the commissioner of the NFL said the NFL is gay,
Maybe.
right? Well, hey, I unplugged my head.
Here's my point. And I'm just gonna say this right off the bat. If you called somebody that is gay a faggot, okay, we can deal with this.
Okay.
Like, depends on how gay he is. If he's Elton John gay, faggot may be warranted.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that's horrible for me to say, but you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah, whatever.
Well,
We don't care.
no, and we're just trying to talk like we do on the shows. We just talk what's going on. We put our
Oh.
opinion on it, but we're not putting out the news. We're just saying this is what
No,
this is
no,
what we
this is how
read.
we feel
Yeah,
about the news.
no. I trust me. I'm a fan of trans jokes, and I'm not gonna fucking try to make fun of gay guy going out of my way. I just made that fucking joke for the hell of it.
Gay and trans aren't the same.
True. This is very true. But I mean, it's
I don't
like-
understand why the trans are willing to be accepted in the LGBTQIA AARP.
ampersand.
There is no
cocksucking
T
sound-
in that community.
Well,
No.
it's like LGBT ampersand
Oh, there it is.
cocksucking sound Alpha Centauri community because they're
I've
wait,
actually
I
no,
forgot the
you got that
question
from
mark.
me. I used to use Alpha Centauri.
I know. I borrowed that from you, and I still use it to this day. I
I'm using
forgot the
AARP
question
now.
I forgot the question mark, but no, I mean, you're right. It's like,
Yeah, where does it end? It's like anyone doesn't fit within the accepted society. You know what? A
Well,
heterosexual
Canada
no,
has a
no,
total of 26 letters as part of
let's-
that fucking
let's be
abbreviation.
100% fair. A heterosexual white dude
Yeah.
does not feel accepted,
Nope.
just like everyone else. They have the same issues about who they are, their own self-identity. I don't understand, and they do.
Okay. You want to hear something fucked up? And I'll tell you this one right off the bat. Do you want to hear something fucked up about, like, 100% completely fucked up about the trans community?
The queer.
I don't feel accepted. I am, quote, a trans woman that wants to date men because that's how I feel like I am. That's who I'm attracted to, yada, 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 so on
Hey,
and
you
so
want your
forth.
butt full of cum.
Yeah, let's let's just leave it like a little
I'm
less fucking
cracking
R
a
than
joke.
that.
Apparently I crossed that
But-
line,
Yeah.
But no, I mean, let's just leave it less than that. Like, someone like me does not feel accepted in the trans community because what am I doing? I'm transitioning, and then I'm trying to pursue a relationship from that transition. I don't feel accepted in the trans community because they're fucking weird.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
That's you gotta admit that's pretty much the fucking ether at that point, right?
Yep.
Did you D&D?
Yes, I did.
Do you?
Yep.
You still do?
Yep.
Let's set up a game. Like for
You
real,
want
let's
to
set up a
fucking air
game.
it? Do you want to air it?
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Fucking
could-
live
we-
stream.
we-
Welcome
could-
to the 21st century, motherfucker.
Yeah. Brian, you interested in playing D&D or is that not
No.
up your alley? No,
I never
there you go.
played D&D.
Okay, here's one for you. You
I'm a
could even
dweeb.
fucking, you can even do Baldur's Gate with the new D&D system that's out.
I don't have the new Baldur's Gate.
Well, the new Baldur's Gate's actually pretty cheap since it's the fact that it's in beta right now. But you can actually do a full D&D campaign with Baldur's Gate
Really?
from yes, you can. From like it's a 5th edition. Everything's 5th edition in the game. Everything's streamlined and everyone in the party can partake. So
well,
like you can set up a 5th edition for
I think that's our show. Sorry.
And with that, I am ending the live stream.
okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say this, but it's been like 3.5 hours. And
No,
I've
but I'm
had
dead serious.
fun.
If
but-
you want to do a live stream like of a campaign, Yaten, since the end of the live stream, I'm just gonna use you what I call you. But Jeff, no, if you want to do a
Testicles.
if you want to do a live stream of the game and stuff like that, Baldur's Gate 3, which is the newest one that's coming out, it's not even released right now. It's
Oh,
in beta.
see, you know what? You said the last one. Everyone said that was the last one. This new one's gonna be the cool one.
No, I'm not even trying to convince you of that one. I'm just trying to say that like Baldur's Gate 3 is not completely released. If you guys want to do political discussions on like every fucking choice that's in the game, by all means do it. Because like literally no one's discussing the political fucking alignments of these
We
characters.
don't give a shit about the game.
Oh, I understand that, but it's like fucking Tim Pool, how he does D&D campaigns with fucking some of his stuff, which is like off
You
the
watch
fucking
Tim Pool
ranch.
more than I do.
I do.
You are
But
Tim.
it's-
You are Timcast IRL subscribed, aren't you?
Nope.
No, you're not getting behind the scenes shit.
Nope. I am not, and I don't want to. Tim Pool, yeah, he's really good, but he's very predictable. So-
Yes, he's very predictable. He's like, I'm not right wing, and then he says some right wing shit.
He's not right wing. That's the whole point. Is like I'm not right wing. I really
Yeah,
am not.
just like I'm
but-
not right wing, right?
Exactly.
You can make fun of the point all you want, and
No,
it's like
the Overton
you're a little
window keeps
liberal.
moving.
you are a little liberal. I am very much a centrist, and like literally,
No,
I'm very
bullshit,
much a
bullshit. The window keeps moving. There's no such thing as a centrist. There's no such thing as a whatever. It's either far right or far left now.
Well, if that's the case, you're far right. I'm far right, just on a less of a scale.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, no one cares anymore. It's like, should I force drugs into people's body? And you say no, like, you're far
Nope.
right.
Yeah, I mean, I completely understand that. But if you wanted to do like a podcast where you guys play games, like literally, I've got the equipment to do
Oh, yeah.
that.
I'll play games, but I don't
But it
know.
would be D&D 3.5 through Baldur's Gate 3, and that's actually my point.
I have a 3.5 book.
Well, no, actually, no, you don't get it. Is
I do
okay.
actually.
No. Baldur's Gate 3 is a carbon copy ripoff of 3.5 put into a video game setting.
I know. Trust me. I
Oh,
am
okay.
a D&D player.
Okay. I actually own Baldur's Gate 3, and I've been looking for a group to play it with. Like, if you guys want to do it from political context where you stop and literally argue certain points of politics of the fucking choices you guys have to make, I am down for that
I
shit.
actually used to do that a lot playing actually in person D&D. They're like, no. Actually, I used to collect goblin penises. No, I made a necklace out of them. I'm not even kidding you. Every
got
I want
goblin-
you to wear the necklace on the next show.
Yeah, I had a necklace of goblin penises.
Yeah, I generally play like a high elf fucking mage in most campaigns. Although fucking I may play a tiefling sorcerer because it's like
I like my tiefling, and I also have that. What's the dragon thing?
Dragonborn. I love them.
Dragon. I like my dragonborn too. And
I love the Dragonborn mainly because they're fucking their
I can breathe fire.
backstory and lore is their backstory and lore though is amazing.
all right. Well, we missed half the show because honestly, we didn't give a fuck about the script. We had a good time.
I am so sorry about that.
No, it ain't your fault.
We rolled.
This is how we roll. This is what the show is. You know, we put things on the list. We get to it. We don't get to it. You know, it is what it is.
Well, then send me another thing for next episode, and I'll try to be more concise and like
You
direct.
gonna be
on
on
the
next
one.
week?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's trying. She is trying to be a regular on the regular show.
Yeah, we'll shoot you the link, and actually,
definitely.
how's this? I'll give you editor access.
Awesome.
You can actually add stuff.
Yeah,
to it.
if she's gonna be on a regular basis, she definitely needs access to the document so she can add to the document and see what the document is before the show to help her prepare
I
for it.
didn't even think about it, but she didn't have access to the document until tonight when I shot it off.
No,
Yeah.
And
But
I actually,
no, I
it's
mean-
even funny. Is I
but,
saw her-
but she's politically in tune to know what us idiots think about, you know, to have a clue
I'm not
about
gonna
what the
call you
show
guys
is thinking
idiots.
about.
No, I'm not gonna call you idiots. This is like at the most what I would do to this group is like literally organize a game of either Baldur's Gate 3 or Divinity Original Sin 2. That's it. Most what I would do to this group. But I mean,
Well, I'm out on that, but you got Jeffrey, so
yeah, very true. Like Jeff would enjoy the shit out of Divinity because it's literally like D&D, but without it's like D&D with Bethesda rules. If
It's a
you've
lot
ever
of
played,
work.
huh?
It's a lot of work. I enjoy sitting down with my buddies and
Yeah.
rolling the dice.
now you do that. You don't do that online with Zoom or something.
No. He would love Baldur's Gate 3 because you still actually have to roll the dice. And I'm dead serious about that. When you click on the dice, it's like, okay, cool.
I think I'm done.
I stopped recording a while ago, so
Oh, I did not.
Oh.
How do I
No,
even
I'm
stop
dead serious
this?
about that one, Jeff. It's like literally Divinity Original Sin, right up your alley. It's very a D&D-esque campaign with very Bethesda rules. It literally is very Bethesda.